So I don't know if you noticed what I titled this. I thought of the title off the top of my head. I don't know. It just came to me.
Okay.
It was
I'm
called
stuck on that countdown music, which
yeah.
sounds like a really tender moment in an off-brand John Hughes movie. It feels like we should be connecting on an emotional level on the last day of school or something. I don't know.
100%. This is the 15 Candles. It's the prequel to 16 Candles.
This was the moment before the moment where they came of age.
But yeah, it just came to me, and I was like, well, I feel like Ken and I we're gonna talk a little bit, sort of have a chat, maybe like a bit of a chat. And I'd never heard that phrase before, so
it sounds like a really good phrase.
It
sounds like something people would listen to if they saw that as a title.
Probably. Maybe it could go on to just have a bunch of different celebrities joining me for a small chat. I don't know.
The door's open. Anyone who wants to join right now. I don't know if anyone would want to join this conversation, depending on where it goes. I guess we'll see.
There are no holds barred here.
Why don't you have an open door? If anyone petitions of the people that we know that says they want to join in this conversation. This was born out of a text exchange.
It was. We were complaining about various.
We were doing commentary on complaining.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, we were straight. We were like meta complaining. Like what happens when you have a broad scope of complaining and it's like about what complaints are about.
Yeah, when you see a whole forest worth of forests,
right? It's like there's like galaxies in a solar system. Like what is that?
Yeah. Is there like an over it view?
Right. What's bigger than a forest? There has to be something like what happens when you have multiple forests in a forest? Like, is it just a bigger forest? Is there like a super forest? Like what's
and what are the bears doing in there? Will we ever know?
Do they have like super bears?
We don't know.
I don't know.
We're too high up to see.
That's
frankly.
True.
Yeah. I would like to preface this entire conversation just with a caveat that this in no way compares, holds a candle to, and then what is actually important in this world and things that are going on in this world.
True.
That are far worse, far beyond anything that we're going to be discussing right now. This is a tiny little section of just a little thing. In a larger scale thing that's going on, and in no way compares to any of those things. So I want to make it absolutely sure that this is wholly unimportant.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme.
Yeah. Well, I like it. Every time a new toy gets announced, I'm texting Dan or you or Zach or whoever, and I go, I need this. And the obvious answer is like, no, I don't really need it. It's just a toy. It's not food. It's not air. It's not a house. Like, but in the specific context of my collection and what I'm going for, it's going to be a necessary component. So
I would like that.
Yeah.
Maybe is a better way or a healthier way to frame it.
No, it's true.
I would really like that.
I would really like that.
Yes.
But it's like a colloquial need. Like, yes, it's not really a need.
Yeah. But it's also the way in our geek minds that we've been trained to view these things, particularly with things like they're limited. You don't know how long they're going to be available. They might be exclusives. They might be this. All the ways we've been conditioned to approach these things of being vital components in a complete collection, or to complete your display, or to complete the hole in your heart that exists.
It's just a black hole. No matter what you put in, it gets just consumed and crushed down into a singularity and takes up no room.
Yeah.
I'm never going to fill that.
Yeah. The emotional entropy that is consuming all of geek culture right now.
Actually, I don't know. I feel like I feel like I personally have hit a good spot where I can identify when my collecting is starting to become a hindrance and it's getting too cluttered, and I'm getting anxiety for what I have versus what I don't have. And that's when it's time. Like, I know it's time to let something go, or at the very least, like, pack it up and put it away.
Did you have that same kind of clarity before you started thinking about the move?
The move helped. But I feel like I was getting to a point there, like my room in my old house was
Like a
reaching.
6 months, a year that the move was coming.
I would say so. Yeah, it just happened to be that the move helped, like as a catalyst to
Because you
getting rid
had
of
to
stuff.
lay hands on everything in your
Correct.
collection at that
Correct.
point.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you're laying hands, there's not much different from packing it up and then getting rid of it. Like you still have to handle it some way. And the question became, if I weren't moving, I probably would have just put it in bins and put it in the garage and like kept it for a rainy day, or maybe I would get back into it
Oh, there's a
or
review coming up, and I'd love to compare them.
Exactly, exactly. Uh, but I had to make a bigger decision because it costs money to move things, and the more you have, the more expensive it is. So even if it wasn't just that much of a difference between one extra box of toys and not, it was more of a symbolic thing. Like I am not bringing this with me. Like this is something that's staying where it is. Part of it is due to room. Part of it is due to budget. Like moving to a new place, I didn't know what my budget was going to look like. Like my wife is getting a different job where she makes a lot less. However, our
Cost of
our
living
mortgage
is
our mortgage, so far our mortgage is really the only thing that's that much less expensive.
well.
That
I
and
mean
gas.
that ties into the overall state of the
Sure.
world
No,
too.
no. Well, and frankly, it's like half of what it is. Like I am paying literally almost
The gas
half
is
of
cheaper for you,
the gas is about $1.50 cheaper a gallon. Yeah, about $1.50 cheaper a
and I
gallon.
would assume you're not driving as much.
No, no, because everything's a lot closer. So really, I'm like, I went from my driving range was about 20 miles or so, maybe even 30 miles, depending on where I had to go, to now like 5 miles. Like everything is within
And
five
also
miles.
in a house,
Yeah,
shopping wise, you're able
yeah,
to buy for longer because you have more
true.
storage
Yeah.
to bulk purchase things. So it's not
Well, I thought I
theoretically.
did. I thought I
Theoretically.
did, but I feel like it's filled
Well,
up a
you had to
lot
keep buying
faster.
Mythic Legions. That's
I
on
did,
you.
man.
That's
Mythic
toilet paper
Legions.
room.
It's one of those things that it's like a new line sneaks up on you so fast where you go from, I don't have any of these. So, like, almost the sky's the limit. And then you just wake up one day and you're like, wow, this really snowballed and got out of hand. Where did all my space go? Like, I had three of these last time I looked, and now I have a whole shelf back here.
And more on the
Like,
way.
and more on the
And you
way.
haven't even gotten a dragon yet.
Nope. I have no idea where I'm gonna put that.
Is it going to be are you hanging it from the ceiling? Is it going to be a mobile? Do you?
No, I don't want to. I don't want to do something with it where I wouldn't want to get it down to mess with. And I
I mean,
feel
you
like
could do that. You could have like a detachable little harness that brings it
I,
down.
I don't trust that. I
You don't
don't trust
you
it.
don't trust walking under it.
I don't. No, I don't trust it staying there. I don't trust it not falling. I don't. There's so many things I don't trust.
It would be
Um,
spectacular though to hear that you were injured in a dragon attack.
that's true. That's true. Mike Case in the hospital from dragon attack.
Yeah,
Just real quick, we do have a couple chats, and I just want to. Harpo Quandrax is here. Oversplain, who I don't know who you are by that name, but you said so. What you want to do is get a Fry's card, which means I worked with you at Fry's because that's what Hondo would say. Rest in peace, Hondo. Uh, he was our manager. He was our computer sales manager because I was in computer sales, and he was all about getting Fry's cards. He
now was Fry's. Now I'm aware of
electronics,
Fry's, but was
yeah.
Fry's like Circuit City at the time where everyone was working commission?
It we So when I worked there, started for most of it, we made minimum wage plus commission.
I mean,
Um, eh,
I remember being tailed by people in Circuit
oh
City,
yeah, yeah,
various salespeople.
yeah. I mean, we'd do things where we'd write up. So like we'd have like an end cap with like iPods on it. They're like shrink wrapped or whatever, so you couldn't just like steal them. But like we would attach like sales quotes on there, so we wouldn't have to bother people if they were going to buy an iPod. But I also wanted that $5 from the iPod because iPods were selling so fast, $5 a piece. Like you sell 10 in an hour, that's an extra $50 just sitting there. Um, so yeah, we would just attach quotes to like stuff on the shelves and
Yeah, but it also
whatnot.
meant you were like Glengarry Glen Rossing everyone around you.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it absolutely is.
How many pods you moved this week?
Oh man, so many. So it was Fry's PCs was the big thing. I was pretty good at selling Fry's PCs because I would absolutely lie my ass off about them.
Was that the biggest commission rate that you got?
Yeah, is that and Fujitsu laptops? Those are the two biggest commission.
I love how that stuck with
had.
you.
Oh yeah. I haven't worked.
I'm sure if pressed, you could deliver your spiel, your walk-up spiel.
I'll probably. I haven't worked for Fry's Electronics since 2007. I still have nightmares about working at Fry's Electronics.
So you have like the high school nightmares that people have.
100%. I have nightmares about suddenly I'm working at Fry's Electronics again. It's not even a store that exists anymore, but I have nightmares that they've reopened and somehow I work there again. I have had other jobs in between then and now. I worked for Apple for a long time. I worked for like Chili's. Like I've worked a lot of places, but Fry's is where my brain goes back to when I'm sleeping.
That's where the trauma is, then.
100%.
We're gonna unpack that tonight.
Fry's was all trauma. I'm not even joking. When I first got hired on there, I was backstock. I would unload the trucks and put all their Plume stickers, their price stickers on all the products. And trucks came every day. Every day you got 10, 15, sometimes 20 trucks during like Christmas. And I started in November, so that was like Christmas. And you didn't leave until it was done. So you got there at 8:00 in the morning. Sometimes you weren't leaving until like midnight. And you worked 6 days a week. So it was good money.
In these stress dreams, are you doing that work, or are you doing the commission work? You're selling.
I'm doing the commission work. That was for some reason. That's the pressure of having to like make money by actually like selling was more traumatic for me than putting stickers, mindlessly just putting stickers on things all day. And you know what's weird? When I worked at Fry's, you had to wear like a button-down shirt and tie, no matter where you were. So I was in the back, getting dirty, dusty.
Oh, they never got the memo on polos?
No, the polos came much later, like towards the end of their run. But from 2003 to 2007,
well, that's when like Best Buy was encroaching and eating their lunch.
Yeah, pretty much.
So they were trying to emulate.
We had a Best Buy right across the street from my Fry's.
Were they your enemies?
Kind of like there was.
Were you jealous that they didn't work on commission?
A little bit. They opened way after we did, and like when they first opened, two other guys like walked in with their Best Buy shirts on, and my manager was not having it. He's like, "You are out of here. Get out of here. Like we don't want your Best Buy shirts in here." It was wild. It was wild.
Like Good Burger.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, yeah. So every Fry's had a theme. Ours was Atlantis, and we had like fish, like shark tanks.
Because the one in Burbank was famously the flying saucer.
Correct. Yeah, it had a flying saucer on it. Yeah.
So you had you had actual fish tanks in there?
Yeah, lots of fish tanks.
So there was someone whose job was to maintain all the fish tanks?
We hired someone to come in. Yeah, there was a guy that would come in and feed them. And
was that after an incident?
No. That's that the Fry's brothers went all out whenever. It was like a casino inside. But
except for your pay.
Except for the pay.
That, 100%. They went all out.
But yeah, they really it was like a cheesecake factory. A little bit, where like it looks fancy.
You say it like,
but
it's
when you really
thing.
look at it, it's kind of.
What you're saying was it was a chintz cake factory.
It was a chintz cake factory, but it was also fun. Like it was fun. Everyone was in it together, so you had that like commiseration of like everyone.
Was that on the poster in the break room in it together?
Yeah, basically, like we're all in this together. Like
someone had scratched out and wrote "win it" instead.
Yes. Yeah. I don't remember why we started talking about Fry's.
We were talking about you making judgment calls on your collection and how quickly it balloons when you start a new thing, and having that need approach to releases on when things get
that
announced.
is stuff we talked about before that. Yeah, that's true.
I'm keeping track. I know how to do a bit of a chat.
You're there, man.
Trust me.
You're a professional here. That's why I invited you.
I keep track of conversations.
Yeah. You do, and I don't. I get lost in them. My brain just jumps.
You're
from
allowed
one
to get
thing
lost.
To another.
You're just thinking about what the next blow mold is that you can commiserate and support during Dan's live streams with Kate.
That's true. Yeah, well, we're not having one this week because Dan's in New York's Comic-Con, so I don't think we're doing.
I think you and Katie should do an all blow mold one.
I'll message her. Maybe.
Maybe you should go live on your channel. Ask Katie if she wants to do an all blow mold discussion.
Yeah, we'll have a blow mold
tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. Finally, it's just straight blow mold conversation. That's all it is.
That's what everyone's wanted for the longest time is 100% blow molds.
None of this.
For the people watching this that don't know, I'm the co-host with Dan Larson. I'm the Andy Richter with Dan Larson and his wife Kate on Secret Galaxy's channel. Like every other Saturday night or whatever, he has an unannounced live stream that's very much announced. And on there, for some reason, blow molds
apologies.
became
I kept
a thing.
saying Katie instead of Kate.
It's Kate, yes. I think technically her name's Katie too. It's like a derivative.
Yeah, but Kate is what on the street.
Kate is what she goes for. Yeah.
I'm tired. It's a long week.
It's okay. It's all right. I won't tell her.
Listen, I'm going to get people's names right. I'm going to correct myself if I got it wrong. It's okay.
That's fair. Yeah. Oh, so it's very Apple of me.
We have with Dan, and it's sort of a recap of the week that drifts into slideshows, like you're at someone's house after their vacation in the 1950s.
Yes. So, well, the next episode we're going to do is going to be slideshows from
New York Comic Con.
New York City, New York Comic Con. Yeah. I keep wanting to say New York City Comic Con, but it's not. It's just New York Comic Con.
It's because of the C in there for Comic Con.
Yeah.
So, but you automatically associate NYC.
Yeah.
And put city in there for the NYCC when it's New York Comic Con is the two.
And it's not NYCCC. It's just NYCC.
I see.
Yeah. It's too many C's or not enough C's. It's the high C's.
Who's on first?
I see the problem here.
Yeah. Third base.
Yeah. Jordan Gasly's here. Hold on. Jordan Gasly. I didn't even keep going through all this. Oh, that's why I got struck on Fries because Oversplain here got me on Fries cards and that triggered me. That got me.
We know what you're dreaming tonight.
Real fast. Pletho is here, and listen, he's right. Us toy collectors must be taken seriously. We demand be taken seriously.
Yeah, no, I've seen plenty of opinions, particularly over the past week, that I don't think toy collectors need to be taken too seriously anymore.
I also want to throw this out there because I always do. Pletho legitimately has one of my favorite YouTube channels on YouTube. If you like toy reviews, the man is just amazing when it comes to posing. I could watch him just pose an action figure, nothing else. He doesn't have to talk, but when he does talk, it's nice. We got Paul. Paul's here. Paul's someone from the Toy Galaxy side, so that's cool. Ionicus also joins us as well. We got Jordan Gasly, collecting Star Wars, and Prophet 924. A lot of familiar faces here.
See, welcome. And you thought that people wouldn't show up when you went live on your channel. I knew they wouldn't show up if we had gone live on my channel. But people show up for you.
It's nice.
You have people that enjoy watching.
It's nice. And hold on, Dan just texted. Let's see.
What, did the chip go off?
No. Well, I actually texted him and let him know that I was gonna go live because he likes it when I tell him when I'm gonna go live. Because sometimes he'll just like to put it on or whatever. So I feel like there's been a couple of times where I didn't tell him I was gonna go live, and it's like he got his feelings hurt, like that I didn't tell him. He's like, "Well, I could have watched, I guess." I'm like, sorry. I don't know.
We still haven't had that G.I. Joe conversation, so
we haven't. Wait, what G.I.? Oh yeah, okay, never mind. You know what? Hold on. I did see the Timelines Prime as an oxen cart, and Starscream is like some kind of weird eagle thing. I think it's neat, but unlike the Hearts of Steel, I don't feel the want. I almost said need. I'm changing it to want to add it to my collection. Did you
explain to me what? No, I have. I'm assuming it's an announcement that has just come out.
I'm gonna say because I'm a Transformers collector, and today was the Transformers
Do you feel it's
announcement.
waning? Do you think that's one of the lines that you're sort of like, maybe I've reached a saturation point?
I don't. I genuinely don't think I ever will. I'm gonna be honest. I think at some point there's gonna be some part of me that is always fascinated with. Ooh, how does that transform? I kind of want to buy it.
So it's the mechanical gimmick that is the appeal to you.
Yes, 100%. They're like fun little puzzles. Yes, and that's the
so
thing.
For
that I
you, it's like a
the
jigsaw
most.
puzzle.
Yes, but one that you can easily do and redo, and that's the point of doing it. Versus like a
Easily,
jigsaw
though?
puzzle. It depends on the figure. Okay,
I broke plenty of Transformers in my day to know that they're not all easy.
It does depend on the Transformer,
but it is a challenge. It's one of those. You find it magical, the engineering behind them when done well or in an interesting way.
Correct. Okay. Hold on here. So this is that's a low quality picture. Whoa.
Well, it was taken a very long time ago.
Yes, it's straight from feudal Japan. Hold on. Let me figure. Let me get this going.
Yeah, enhance.
I got a better one. That's what I get for just dragging and dropping things from. Of course, it's not even a real picture file. What the heck? What the heck, internet? Why can't things just be GIFs or JPEGs anymore? Why does it have to be .8? What's an AVIF file?
I don't know. It's like seeing that, was it WebP?
Yeah, WebP.
Images too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what even?
What's this proprietary bullshit?
This? Yeah. Here we go.
That other photo was not that bad. I could tell what was going on.
Yeah, but it's the principle of the matter. Like I have more.
Don't tell me you're trying to bring a level of quality to this.
I'm trying the best I can. Okay, here we go. So it's a 2-pack. They're doing 2 of these a year. They said it's always going to be the same characters. It's going to be Optimus Prime paired with Starscream and Megatron paired with Bumblebee.
Okay, I get it. So a main and a second instead of the 2 leaders. And
yes, correct, because they don't want to put the 2 leaders together, because then that's all people would buy.
Because that's one and done. Got it.
Correct. Yeah. So they have to mix them up to force people to buy both if you want both the Optimus Prime and the Megatron. So last year they did Hearts of Steel, which is everything's kind of steampunky, where there's like trains and like weird vehicle, like flying vehicles and stuff that aren't quite airplanes.
Is there a hot air balloon? Unless it is a hot air balloon,
I don't think so. But there is like a big like paddle boat, like a big wheel boat.
That's Shockwave. What are we on the river? No.
Yeah.
There should have been an airship. If there's no airship, I'm out.
And you know what? There might be, because I wasn't well versed in it and I didn't read it.
Why is an Astro Chain an airship?
That's a great question. And you know what? He might be. Again, I don't know what every character is in that. So, but this year they're doing these like feudal Japan samurai ones, where Optimus Prime turns into a samurai and his alt mode is an ox and cart.
So what makes him a samurai? Basically, just the helmet adornment. That's it.
He's got kind of the armor on the side, the shoulder armor.
Sure.
And then he's got like a naginata or whatever the pole arm.
But mainly that helmet's doing a lot of work.
It's doing most of the
to carry off the theming.
Yeah, the packaging though is also very reminiscent of like Japanese, like feudal Japan kind of looks, like the Meiji era. I watched enough period piece anime to know some phrases and time periods. Edo period, I know all those. I watched Rurouni Kenshin.
Let me get my gold stickers.
Don't Google the creator of Rurouni Kenshin, because it'll only bring you sadness. That man liked girls too young.
I mean, you can't just drop that. Somebody in the chat is Googling right now.
I just figured I'd just rip the Band-Aid off in case someone liked it. Sorry to tell you, like the creator of this well-known, well-loved like anime manga is kind of a bad guy. And it kind of ruins it a little bit. Like it's harder to enjoy something you
I
love
don't know.
knowing the guy
Sometimes
that
I think it
created it.
ruins it a lot.
Okay,
when
good.
it's
Okay, no, it does. It does.
yeah.
It really does.
We could talk about a lot of franchises.
We could talk a lot, and it sucks because you like there. I envy the people that could be like, "Well, I could separate the art from the artist." Like, I guess you can to an extent, but it's all I can think about whenever I'm watching it. Is the guy that thought this up also thought of other things that I do not like.
I think it also maybe the approach needs to be maybe don't separate the art from the artist. Maybe you need to look within yourself and see fitness from an addiction level. Can you walk away from a thing? And that's part of the conversations that we're talking about too in general with just collecting or approach to any of this. This sort of like, any of this stuff, be it, the micro of toys or the macro of like politics, the sort of sports mentality of this is my team and it's always going to be my team and I'm sticking with my team to the very end. There's nothing they can do. They may have the bad years and all bad years and be bad people, but they're my team. No, as a mature thinking person, you can change and move on and evolve. It doesn't have to be a choice that is made forever and you stick with it out of a wholly constructed loyalty that is maintained solely within yourself.
I feel like it's sunk cost fallacy a bit there, where they feel like they've put so much time and loyalty.
Sunk cost fallacy.
It's true, but they put so much time and loyalty and effort into liking this that stopping that feels like you've wasted all that time.
But that's like any addiction that you could look at is it's so ingrained, and some people it's just their personality that to alter that. I mean, you look at even the YouTube, the fact that you can brand of like, I'm the guy who talks about Star Wars, or I'm the guy who talks about Transformers, and then it's like, I don't feel like talking about Transformers anymore. Who am I?
It's like, because it's your identity and you have to figure out a new one now.
Yeah. But I think we just need to get to a place where we're okay with, well, I guess I do need to come up and be able to evolve and change and walk away from a thing if I'm not enjoying it.
And that could be fun. It does. I will say
it's frightening. Sure.
It's scary. It's frightening. And as a viewer who has watched like channels I've loved pivot to something else, like it also makes me question, like, did I like watching this channel for the content that they covered, or did I like watching them for the person that was covering them?
Right.
So for instance, like Dan Larson, they started off Toy Galaxy, everything had to do with toys. Now they've pivoted to Secret Galaxy and everything's more general, nerdery geek stuff and not really toys anymore.
Another frame, now it's framing, blow molds.
And now it's framing and blow molds. Exactly. It's true. But the thing is, for the most part, I watched Toy Galaxy for Dan. Like I the fact that he liked toys and I like toys. Sure, that was a big part of the draw initially, but at some point it became like, oh, I just like Dan. Like, I'll whatever thing he makes, I'll watch. Right. And there's been a couple of YouTubers like that before he died. Oh goodness, I've just forgotten his name. He was a YouTuber. Started with a G. Oh my god. I used to think about this guy every day. What was his name?
Is he still on your subscription list?
Probably.
It's okay. It happens.
Well, no, it's just one of those things that's like forgetting someone who died. Anyway, it'll pop into my brain at some point. But like we're
going through a lot, Mike. We've gone through a lot.
We've covered a lot so far. It's a good therapy session. But he covered a lot of stuff, but I didn't like everything he covered, but I watched everything all because I liked him. So it didn't matter where he pivoted. But there are some channels where like I come to this channel for like Nintendo information and you're covering, I don't know, like let's say you pivot to cooking. Like I no longer care about cooking, so I no longer care about this.
But I'm happy if that person does.
this is it. Yeah, I'm not mad at them, but I'm also going to recognize that this isn't why I came to the channel. So it's no longer a channel I care about.
Right.
And it's fine.
For others
Both are
people, it
equally
might be
valid.
exactly what they want.
Exactly.
Like, oh, I'm really loving your cooking pivot.
Exactly.
And that's fine.
100%. And that's fine. It's both fine. Just because you break up with something doesn't make you wrong or them wrong. It just happens. Life changes. Yeah. But yes, Pletho, Glenn Webb, thank you so much. Man, I was crushed when Glenn Webb died. Because it just was sudden. His heart just stopped beating when he was sleeping. It was like 2015 or something like that. But yeah. Man.
10 years ago.
That was.
The fact that it's a decade ago.
It's a decade. What sucks is he was really trying to get to 100,000 subscribers, and he made it like a week after he died. Yeah. It was a bummer. But
is his channel still out there? Is it?
Oh yeah, 100%. You can go check out his channel. He's, and it was kind of interesting after he died, like, cause nothing was personal about his channel. Like, I didn't know really who he was as a person, but like, maybe a month or so after he died, his husband came on and made a video talking about like his death and stuff. And like, no one even knew he was gay. It was like one of those things like, whoa, okay, cool. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But like, I didn't know anything about him other than he liked toys and he liked the toys that I liked. So it was interesting suddenly after he died, learning more about him.
Were you aware at that point that he had passed? Because sometimes people just stop posting videos and you don't even think about it. So was there?
Yeah, people knew pretty soon after he died that he had died, because I think it was some big YouTuber that talked to him. I don't remember which one.
That knew it had happened,
but that knew it had happened because they talked to him on a regular basis, and then, yeah, Glenn was odd, but I liked his stuff, and I incorporate some of the stuff, like my thing about this is as far as the legs go with both feet touching the ground. That's from Glenn Webb, and I took that from after he died. I'm like, I want something of his to kind of live on YouTube. And so I got that from that.
Well, didn't you also take inspiration for the buy that you close videos with?
No, that's actually from the guy from Cracked that writes for John Oliver now. Daniel. What's his name? Daniel O'Brien. He was on Cracked YouTube channel, and whenever it was like pop culture or something, he had some kind of show on there, and at the end of every, it was always buy or whatever, and I'm like, I like that, I'm gonna steal that. So I did. I just stole it because I feel like it fit my personality too. Although mine's a little lower than his, like just to set it apart. Mine's a little bit down on the chest, versus I feel like his was buy or whatever. Like,
okay, listen, he's not coming after you. You're fine.
What if he does? I'm ready. I got lawyers on retainer.
Well, I don't know. You just publicly admitted that you outright stole it from him. So
AI, it's all AI. It is not me. That's a deep fake. That's Sora right there.
Yeah, you've been a prompt this whole time.
Yeah, and Glenn did the bye. That was his like sign off every video. That was good. That was good stuff.
Well, I mean, it's again, that sort of ability to pivot away or leave things behind, or but the thing that it got us talking about this, because that I'm assuming that Optimus and Starscream and the Megatron and Bumblebee, was that an announcement out of New York Comic Con?
The Optimus, yeah, they were announced, but the Optimus and Starscream were shown off. Yeah.
So what is the scale on those?
They are roughly, well, the scale is deluxe, which is about 4.5 inches or so, maybe 5
so
inches.
That's in between Vintage Collection and Black Series.
Yes, but it's priced at Black Series.
Now, what's the price on that then?
So actually, I think these 2-packs are a little different because they price them a little higher because they're made in smaller quantities. So they're that specialty pricing or whatever. So I think a 2-pack. I can look.
I'm
I
gonna
don't know
make a
what the
guess.
new
I'm
ones
gonna
are
make a
because they didn't.
guess.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna say that it's between 65 and 70.
I will let you know.
Just based on how they've been angling 2-packs in general, and you saying that it's limited.
Yeah,
run on them.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good guess for sure. I bought the Megatron and Bumblebee. Megatron's cool. He's like a cannon, like an old timey like Civil War cannon,
like an iron cannon.
Yeah, he's in my display case behind me. Here we go. It's $60 for the 2 figures.
So $30
this one
a
might
piece.
be more because I think that's the old pricing. So this might be like 65.
So it is probably closer to 65, 70.
Yeah.
Is it on the press release? I could go look at the press release.
Look, I don't get press releases, but I don't think they announced a price.
New Hasbro Transformers.
There you go.
I mean, sometimes they hide the prices, the press releases, as they don't want you to know. Timeline's Optimus, and nope, 60, $59.99.
Okay, so roughly the same price.
So
or unless that is the newer price, and these to be like 50 or 55.
Now, if those were carved out and were standalone releases, what's the standalone price for
25.
that scale? Okay.
Yeah.
So each has gotten a $5 increase.
Yeah.
But they're also guaranteeing that you buy 2 at once.
Correct.
Which they've been doing a lot of 2-packs recently.
Yeah. I jumped on there's the Walmart 2-pack today from Star Wars. It was there's a
Purge Trooper, the
and the
gaming
Patrol Trooper. Yeah, the gaming greats from
You went in
Jedi
for it?
Survivor. Yeah.
Have enough
I was
of either.
mostly interested in it because the Purge Trooper is on the new Clone Trooper body. Versus every Purge Trooper so far has been on the old like 1.0 Clone Trooper body.
Does that mean you got to purge all of your previous Purge Troopers?
Yep.
In your collection?
100%. I cannot wait. I hate that mold so much. I cannot wait to get it off. But what's interesting is Walmart is keeping their prices, the old prices. I don't they haven't announced any increase, but so the G.I. Joe,
and you're locking it in with the pre-order regardless.
100%. Yeah. So it's $45 there, as opposed to like it'd be like $55 on Pulse.
And with that kind of pricing, they're going to drive KB Toy Store out of business.
Oh, that was my first job out of high school. But
also commission.
Also not commission, no. But what's the Cobra guy with all the glowy stuff and like the wolf and stuff? Is it the Ghost Viper? Ghost Viper. That's $55 on Walmart's website, but if you go on Pulse, it was like $63. So Pulse had it for more expensive.
And what's his scale? So he's coming with a creature. So you're paying for the.
Yeah, it's like it's whatever their deluxe like creature pack pricing is.
Right.
Yeah.
But those
they have a bunch of different
45.
Yeah.
Right. Like what was Boa? What was the pack in with like the alligator? How much was he? Was that Boa? That's not Boa.
That's not Boa. No, that's
but you know what I'm talking about. Yes. Crocmaster came with the massive crocodile. I thought it was
40 or 45. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're way past that now.
We are. Yeah. Everything's getting more expensive, but Pulse is actively more expensive than Walmart is, which is weird to me. Like Walmart's the cheap place to buy all your stuff, which I guess is what it used to be. Because I remember back in the day when
I mean that was Walmart's entire strategy throughout was to drive everyone else out of business by underselling and keeping their because they were volume business.
Back when Black Series figures were $19.99, Walmart would regularly have them for like $18 or $17. Like that was a normal price
to keep people from going to Walgreens.
Sure. Unless I would never buy from Walgreens unless
or Toys R Us. I keep forgetting there used to be a toy thing. There was a big toy store. It was a big toy store full of toys.
Oh man, that was like a normal thing back in the day. Like, oh, this is the toy store. We go to the mall. You go to the toy store. You go to the
it's the sadness I get.
yeah.
Like, I'll never watch this movie just because it makes me so sad to see the trailers for what is that Channing Tatum movie that's
Oh,
coming up?
the roof man.
Roofman
Yeah.
living in a Toys R Us, and they recreated a vintage Toys R Us. Like, I
Yep.
don't want to see that.
No,
I
it's
don't want to. I don't want
yeah.
to be reminded of that. I
Yeah.
just There was an entire section of just Smurfs and PVC animals from Schleich. Do you remember
Yeah.
that?
I do. Oh, I remember back in the like when a whole aisle would just be action figures. Like that was the
Not
whole
even
aisle,
just
just
one.
action figures.
Not even just one.
Yeah, it was like
You could
multiple
have a
aisles.
whole wall
Yeah.
of just Star Wars.
Yeah. Yeah. And
The
now you're lucky
whole aisle of just Star Wars.
now you're lucky if Star Wars has like 2 or 3 pegs.
And if there's anything on those pegs.
Right. It was way different back in the day. I
Which,
remember
side tangent on that, just
yeah.
because this is a thing that's annoyed me
Sure.
with if I see one more social media post or someone talking about, look at these Mandalorian figures still on the peg at Target, or there's Darth Vader still on the peg on Target. Stock should be on the peg for people to buy. That is not a sign that things are not selling. That is a sign that possibly they are restocking the thing because they are selling it as an evergreen for people to walk in off the street and be able to find a thing.
Yeah, I actually just had a big not argument. It was more of a discussion about that on Reddit, on the Black Series subreddit, because someone mentioned that. I'm like, you realize that those are supposed to be shelf warming or peg warming.
They're supposed to be there.
That's
they're evergreen.
What they're the A-list evergreen products. Like Hasbro wants the casual person who goes to the toy store, doesn't know anything about the line or whatever, to say like, oh, Darth Vader, I know him. Oh, Mandalorian, I know him, and buy that as maybe like a gateway drug to get them into the line or whatever. They want those to be there.
Yeah,
like that's the purpose.
Or look, they're like $2 off. They must be clearancing. No, it's not a clearance price that's on them. They're selling them cheaper than the rest of the line because they are evergreen figures that they're looking to sell in volume.
Yeah,
as you're saying, as a gateway. It just, or if I see one more post about Ollie's stock, it's like, you know what? The stuff that exists at Ollie's that people make fun of it being at Ollie's, like, you know, the Eternals era or that particular era of Black Series, that was a weird production time.
It was
post-pandemic when suddenly everyone who had been buying massive amounts of stuff during lockdown suddenly stopped, but production wasn't able to adjust those quantities that had already been in the pipeline fast enough. So all that stuff contracted the sales wise, but the supply was already there and already in the pipeline to be manufactured. You never saw that with waves beyond that. So yeah, that stuff was made in a large quantity. It doesn't mean it's garbage. Everyone needs to chill out about all of this stuff. It's like, toys. It's toys, and everyone trying to score points for what? What game are you scoring points for with these ridiculous, useless observations?
Yeah.
And the fact that they're consistent. Or everything, well, that's going to peg warm at Ollie's. You know what? Stuff isn't going to Ollie's in the way that people had tried to make that a cliche, or Rosscon. You know what? The quantities that are going to Ross, a box here, a box there, it's not a tremendous amount of product that's making its way to these stores anymore. And that's because it's the very, very end of the line for the handful of stock that remains that they have to clear space for the new stock, which is why you're seeing it a year down the line.
Yeah.
And everyone grow up. Just grow up. The level of immaturity it's disappointing and frustrating that I don't understand the community sometimes. Like, there's so many positive and constructive conversations and fun conversations that can be had around this stuff or enjoying this stuff. The people that go in with knives out for what? Like, that's your main goal in the conversation and the energy that you're going to put into collecting toys. You can't just enjoy collecting toys. It's got to be some competition to score points and a debate that's only in your head. What is? I don't understand what is wrong with people in this. And it's not just this. It's in all fields. It's in all areas. This sort of mentality has affected. Like there's some invisible scoreboard that people are getting points for on these observations that are stone cold, stale observations. They're not new. They're not insightful. And they're not contributive. They're not building anything. They're destroying enthusiasm. They're pushing people out of wanting to deal with it. And for what? Like, you can have fun around this stuff. You should have fun around this stuff. There should be that. And yeah, you know what? Complaints may come in, or like, I feel bad about this, or the pricing thing that's going on right now, which is where this conversation started in our text back and forth. And
that which we haven't actually even really talked about, but we'll get there.
Yeah. It just, I don't know. It's very difficult to be positive about a lot of things in this world that are going on right now. That so many people want to be negative in this space, in this collecting space, and make it personal is baffling to me.
That's because if you're not on their team, you're wrong and you're the bad guy. Therefore, it is personal.
Again, you're going back to the sports thing, that mentality that has infected so much of it.
That's the mentality people have, is you're on the wrong team. You like 6-inch? Well, it's not 3 3/4 inch. 3 3/4 inch is the real scale.
There are a couple of words I'd love to see. Just, there should be like a jar, like a swear jar, that anyone who has a YouTube channel or commentary has to put into, and just pop culture in general. Shill should be a donut. Filler when discussing any sort of filmed entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Story is story. If you're not engaging with a thing, watch something else. Filler is such a diminutive, uninformed approach to storytelling. And and just, if it's not your thing, you can watch something else. It's okay.
So here's my theory on the filler thing, because I have seen that a lot. I first discovered filler back in the day when I was on message boards for Dragon Ball Z on GameFAQs.com. And that was the first time I'd ever seen the word filler before. And in that context, anything that wasn't in the manga, it was scenes or storylines that were created to basically make the story, pad the story to fill it out. So the manga didn't, or the anime didn't catch up to the manga, because that was the big thing. Is you can fit like 2 or 3 chapters of a manga in an anime, because there's so much content or whatever. So they had to like create stuff so it didn't catch up.
Right. So nearly every Peanut special that anyone loves.
Correct. But
or How the Grinch Stole Christmas is mostly filler if you look at that approach.
Yeah. But and I think at some point people, it's like when they figure that out, they feel like they have this cool inside term, and they feel like the magic has lessened because they now see a pattern in that, like, oh, that's just filler. Where like it becomes less, like they become better than it because they see it for what it is. And suddenly
insufferable. You can use the word.
They're insufferable about it.
It's comic book guy.
Yeah. Yes.
It was the worst aspect of going into the cliche of horrible comic book shops, or video rental places, that just sort of air of superiority. And I mean, and that's why you saw so many toxic turns of anything that would challenge that. Like when suddenly a new piece of lore would drop that they weren't on top of, and suddenly it had to be awful, because that's not, they weren't acclimated to it yet. They hadn't added it to their arsenal of information that they could use to lord over others for some baffling need to feel superior about a pop culture thing.
Absolutely.
But those are deeper fundamental character issues
Well,
that are.
they are, and I feel like it all comes down to just like you said, grow the hell up. like be more mature about
Or
what you
even
like
just
and why
not
you
even
like
just
it.
grow, just evolve. Like,
Yeah.
and it is a painful thing for everyone, even though it's an enlightened person, to go, okay, maybe I do need to get better in this aspect, because no one is perfect. No
Sure, I
human
mess up
being
all the
is
time.
perfect.
Case in point, not Dash, Kyle Katarn was just announced yesterday for the Black Series, a figure that people have been waiting for basically since the line started, because he is a fan favorite for people, especially in my age that grew up playing Dark Forces, all that stuff.
Right.
Um, in my little group chat with the Out of the Basement boys and Black Series Cantina Zach and stuff, they start complaining like, "Oh, I can't believe they announced him like that. I thought we were getting, another guy, but they showed off lightsabers and then they immediately announced what one of the lightsabers were. Why'd they even do that?" And we got into an argument over whether or not that was like a valid way to introduce him. And
what was
yeah,
the
go ahead.
complaint?
Sure.
Why?
So the way they introduced him on both,
I saw the image. The image was sort of him
they showed
framed in a doorway.
No. Before that,
Before that, the multiple lightsabers.
Yes,
we got it.
So
lightsaber colors. They showed off.
They showed off the lightsaber colors and stuff, and then they immediately show Kyle Katarn after that. And a lot of people interpreted that as Kyle Katarn wasn't part of that; he was something else that they were showing off, and they felt like it was weird for them to tease with lightsabers and then immediately show what one of those who one of those lightsabers belonged to.
Okay, this is still baffling. What? Why was this a problem?
I don't listen. I'm on your side. I didn't understand why it was a problem, and we were having an argument about that in our chat.
I wonder who those lightsabers could be. Oh wait, that's one of them. Yes. I hate you. Why have you done? Why have you?
They're like that's it. Well, to be fair, they weren't that extreme about it. It was just more like that's a stupid way. That's a stupid way to introduce it. Like, why tease us and then immediately untease us? Which, to be fair,
it did make people happy to see Kyle Katarn.
it did cause some confusion out there as to how many characters they were. Like, it legitimately did.
Right.
Just because the way information gets disseminated and whatnot.
Right.
So that is it's a valid critique that it was a little bit confusing for people who weren't watching it, because I was watching it.
This is why they don't pipeline anymore. This is why they don't show people anything.
But at some point, kind of to what we were talking about, I realized, why are we arguing about this? They just announced Kyle Katarn. And we're ignoring that and arguing about the way they announced him. That's so stupid to ignore the fact that we're getting Kyle Katarn in the Black Series.
They shunted the excitement immediately down.
Yes.
I saw Max comment about so there was some thought that the showing of the lightsabers was that it was going to be an accessory, like a lightsaber replacement pack.
A lot of people thought
that people have been asking for and hoping
correct.
wanting and feeling that. Correct. Why aren't we doing that?
Correct, 100%.
What if it turns out to be both? What if they gotcha? Guess what? You're getting both the things.
What's interesting is they were showing swooshy blades, but they don't have Kyle Katarn with a swooshy blade. Like the picture they showed, he just had his one blade, and then he's on display at New York Comic Con,
not showing any other accessories.
He doesn't have a swooshy blade. He just has his one blade and his little briar pistol. So it's interesting that they teased him with a swooshy blade, but they actually haven't shown him with a swooshy blade.
Maybe in the time between the two images being constructed, the budget was cut, and
they're like, "Oh, we're gonna tease it with this, but he's not actually going to come with this." Yeah, I'm so sorry, but no, they really do need to come out with just an accessory pack of blades, swooshy blades, regular blades, all different colors: white, red, purple, green, yellow. Doesn't matter.
And it's an evergreen product, and make it a Pulse exclusive.
Yep.
Heck, you know what?
Like those little stands they had.
I saw people just losing their minds about the the Pulse exclusivity window for the pre-orders, and nothing is sold out yet, and we don't know how these things are allocated yet. Yep. Right? As far as I've seen, they're still on offer for Pulse Premium members.
So there's a way you can see the stock. I don't know how to do it, but there's something you can do.
There's something in the back end
in the back end,
right?
So I know yesterday during our recording of Black Series Cantina, someone said there were like 1,200 of the Palpatine.
1,200 of the allocation that's showing on the website right now.
Correct.
Not whatever allocation they may have saved
in total. Yeah, because they have to do it
because these extension
Comic-Con, and then they also have to go to London.
Right.
Yeah. So
these
they
things
have allocation for London and Comic-Con, and then.
So what it seems to me that they're doing, knowing they have 2 conventions back to back, and these are technically con exclusives.
Yeah.
That are they selling these? They're selling them on the floor too, right? Like if you go to
they're selling them at the booth on the floor.
Right.
Yeah.
So what they're saying is this would otherwise be a thing unless you were at these conventions, you wouldn't be getting anyway. Because we probably would at the earliest traditionally make it available on the website after all the conventions are done.
Correct.
So we're taking a portion of these while the conventions are on and saying, if you're a Pulse Premium member, because everyone also complains who are Pulse Premium members, what do we get for being a premium member?
I paid $50. What do I get from it?
And they're giving something. And now this is a complete and utter betrayal by Hasbro to all collectors everywhere. A stab in the heart to those who have supported Hasbro in all these years to do this to them. I mean, it's not sold out. It's 2.5 weeks until it's available for everyone.
Yeah.
They're not going to have an available for everyone date that's announced and not have any quantity saved for that. May not be a great amount, but when things have sold out in like a minute and a half, traditionally, how could it be any different, even at its worst, than what has happened when it, makes it past the exclusivity window, even if it's an hour beforehand, to the general sales.
So I have another, theory looking at the differences between like the previous years with the Stap and stuff, and then right now with this 2-pack versus the Anakin Obi-Wan 2-pack. And I feel like they can order more when it's smaller, but the size of that Anakin Obi-Wan 2-pack hindered just with the raw amount of space that they needed to store things.
Also during just a complete financial global disaster when it comes to tariffs and shipping and all of the things that are manufacturing and production issues that are just being driven over the cliff edge right now. And for people to not acknowledge the global reasons, not even global, the domestic reasons for why everything is in chaos right now. To ignore that fact and go, Hasbro's greedy, Hasbro doesn't know what they're doing, Hasbro is screwing over the fans. Again, open your eyes, look around and see what Hasbro's dealing with. Is Hasbro a company? Is Hasbro going to try and make a profit? Yeah.
Sure.
Is Hasbro going to shoot itself in the foot?
Yep.
They're going to try not to, because then you stop making money. Are they going to make wrong decisions sometimes? Sure. Companies make wrong decisions. They absolutely do. But every other company is dealing with this right now. It's not just a Hasbro thing. Every other company is raising prices. And why are they raising the prices? Gee, I don't know. You think there might be a reason why everything is going up right now and why everything is in chaos and why things aren't arriving when they should, or why companies are going out of business right now? To not acknowledge that infuriates me on a base level when it comes to just general awareness of the world around you. And I understand tunnel vision. I understand people wanting a hobby to be a refuge, but then you can't complain inaccurately about why that refuge is being attacked and demolished around you and point the fingers in the wrong direction on that. At least accept why it's being demolished around you and why those prices are going up. You can make decisions beyond, you know what, everyone make your own decisions beyond that on whether that's acceptable to you. But at least accept why things are happening the way they're happening. Then you can make whatever political assessment you want beyond that. That's your own personal one, sure. But don't deny reality. Don't deny why the things are being affected that way. You can accept whatever rationale you want for why, but the reality of the situation is that all of these things are going up for a reason, and it's causing absolute chaos. And so you can't look at these announcements and like, yeah, it's painful to look and see $27.99 for a basic figure. Or a Build-A-Figure wave coming out for, I would love in Marvel Legends, that Executioner. I like that character.
Sure, yeah.
I love that Walt Simonson run with Executioner, which is brilliant, which was, loosely adapted into Love and Thunder.
Very loosely.
And to know that for figures that I might have been on the fence about in the past, that might have just like, oh yeah, but I really want that build. Now it's just like, no, I can't. I can't do that.
Yeah, it's hard to justify.
I absolutely can't do that. Looking at Black Series figures and going, do I need that? Do I want that? How badly do I? No.
Do I need this Boba Fett just because he doesn't have baggy pants now?
Toe hinge.
He's got a
toe hinged.
That's the worst.
And the worst and for people like just no one should attack the employees.
Yeah,
period.
100%.
Absolutely, bar none.
They have zero control over any of this.
And just imagine being excited because you're trying to innovate in the line.
Yeah.
And you look at you compare a figure now to even 5 years ago. We don't even have to go back to the beginning of the line. Let's go back 5 years.
Yeah.
And what a infinite difference it is. Like night and day on characters. Like you talking about, how long has that no Clone Trooper body been in existence now? 3 years max?
The newest one? Like a year.
It was the absolute newest one. But the first major revision was what, about 3 years ago? 2 or 3 years? Okay, so the first 5 years
revision was 2020. Yeah.
So that still fits. But you look at, and the fact that they're still innovating, they could choose not to. They could just release new characters that people want, or characters that never released before, on the same old body types, without pinless, without any, upgrade to paint. They could just continue to churn out that way. And we see other companies that don't have those innovations. Heck, McFarlane's still releasing with the most obvious pins you ever did see.
Man, that guy loves his pins.
He loves his pins. But you know what? But who knows what the cost is that goes into that when it comes to tolerances and fitting those together. We're not toy manufacturers. There's a very small segment that even has any idea what happens in the production process.
I don't know. I read the title of an article one time, so now I'm an expert on the situation.
You did watch a video with 17 people.
Correct.
In a round table on StreamYard once.
Yep.
Who talked about, I think it involved a lot of stuff about how horrible that the companies were and that they were taking advantage of things. But you watched the video.
So
now
you
made it through all 7 hours of it.
That's right.
Where did I leave off? And
sorry.
I don't know. I don't want to. It's the last thing to have conversations like this, and to feel the need to have conversations about this. Just bringing a dose of reality to people about just open your eyes and look around at what's happening. And again, this is insignificant to what is happening right now around us, and in no way should this be considered a priority in what is happening. But it is absolutely a part of the overall tapestry of what is happening. And it is a component of all of it. And it is all connected, because all things are connected. And to deny that all things are connected is a denial of the reality before us. The global markets, the global production, shipping, everything, it's all tied together. And it all has a ripple effect. And that ripple may not hit you now, but that ripple is out there. And you don't know when it's going to hit or how severe it's going to be, but the ripples exist as soon as that stone is thrown in. And it every time I see people just yell about a company raising the prices, and I hate it too. I hate
no
seeing
one
those
wants to
prices.
pay more for stuff.
No
one wants to do that.
No, because we all remember when milk was a nickel. We
sure
$1 gallon of gas. Okay, but what led us to the point? Like what causes these things? No one ever wants to go in and go, let me understand why these things are happening, instead of going straight to, I'm angry about it. And what's the clearest, simplest path without me having to put a lot of effort into understanding that I can be angry at something about this? And it's frustrating, but it ties into just the joy suck that people approach these things. Like you talking about people going straight from, like, instead of being excited about Kyle Katarn, like that must have been an instantaneous flash in, flash out of their joy center, instead of going, wow, we got a character, we're getting a character that we really wanted to have a toy of for decades. Why can't we sit with that joy for a little bit before moving on to the complaint? Are the complaints there? Are the criticism, are there things that you're disappointed about? Sure. But that no one can sit with joy for any length of time. And that's a personal choice to do that. Is just disappointing on a human level. And I'm not going to be hypocritical and to say that there hasn't been numerous times in life where you don't leap to that. But I think the key comes to, okay, I recognize that in myself. I recognize that in the moment. Can I think about why, and can I move on from that? Or am I going to dwell and be one of these shouty channels on YouTube that just thrives off anger at companies, at people, at things that should be bringing joy? And you can be absolutely critical of things. You can do a review that goes, hey, I'm really disappointed in these hip joints. I'm disappointed in this paint. I'm disappointed, this could have been better. I wish this was better. This is not up to the standard of this. Or, there are valid ways to present criticism, and criticism is valid.
That's constructive criticism, which is
fine. If you're gonna say something you're disappointed in, look for the reasons why you're disappointed in it. Say, this is how it could be better, but also accept the reality in front of you that your anger at a toy is not going to be the only thing that changes. Or can you channel that anger into going, okay, I've had the hot flash of being angry. What can you then do about it? And that takes thinking and reasoning and bringing rationality to it. Because then otherwise it's just lashing out, or it's just miring yourself in a pit of anger, just being a wholly unpleasant person. And the sad thing is that, the algorithm on YouTube rewards that. It absolutely does. It absolutely
sells.
It because people will show up because they want to wallow in the pit of anger themselves, or they want to be angry at the angry people, or engage with
anger.
that. Yeah. I mean, that's why famously it doesn't matter if you thumbs up or thumbs down. It's all about the engagement.
100%. If there's a thumbs up and thumbs down on any YouTube video, it does not matter which one you hit, because YouTube just wants engagement. They don't care what you actually hit. It doesn't affect anything. I feel like a lot of this started with websites like CinemaSins, where they would just needlessly nitpick little things just to get that number higher, and people like that. It's like a weird dopamine hit where they're like, yeah, this is bad. Yeah, tell me more why this is bad. Yeah, this is awful. Oh yeah, kind of thing. Where it's like, is this constructive? Is this even helpful? Are these even true?
Yeah. Well, they mispronounced that word.
Yeah. Oh no, it's the worst.
Also, maybe it was a choice.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
remember when General Dodonna called Princess Leia Princess Leia?
Han?
Remember when Lando called him Han?
Chewbacca? Also,
who cares? Oh, it's not that kind of movie, kid.
Start calling him Boba Fett.
You know, Pletho, I kind of agree with you. I feel like there's just a point where it was fun to talk about how bad, like when bad movies are bad and you talk about how bad they are. And then I do feel like it kind of messes with your outlook in life and suddenly everything kind of becomes bad. Like you can't just enjoy something. You just focus on the negatives because that's what you're training yourself to look for.
I think there's something to be said. I think a really strong case for a positive approach to interacting with something that might be perceived as bad, or building something from it, or finding something to appreciate or springboard for that is Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Sure.
And I say this also, you know, I certainly know
You're
those
friends
guys.
with them. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's not being just negative at it. That's not the rationale, the reason for Mystery Science Theater 3000. It's that moment of sharing the camaraderie, the humanity of looking to the person beside you and having fun with the thing. That's not tearing it down. It's using it as a springboard of, okay, how can we use this as the platform to make each other laugh?
Sure.
To find a positivity in this thing that might be a boring thing, that might have the worst effects ever, might have wooden acting. But this movie tried its best. But we're here and we're sharing this moment, and we're gonna make lemonade out of lemons in this moment. And it's not anger, it's not shouting, it's not just going, well, what a piece of crap this is. What a piece of crap this is. Because there's no fun in that. To sit around in that, but the fact that you could build something creative in this alchemy, because you also couldn't have Mystery Science Theater without that.
True.
It doesn't exist in a vacuum. You need that thing to create the other thing. And that other thing is trying to make you laugh and have fun. It's not just trying to make you angry and to just further sink into that pit of anger about it. And I think that's the right way to do that, or find the thing that I've had a long emotional journey with like the prequels.
Mm-hmm.
As someone, at the basest level made all the jokes that everyone else did, had a weird moment in 99, sitting excited and leaving that theater in silence going, what did I just watch?
Yep. It was not what you expected.
But you know what? But that's because I had expectations going in. The 5-year-olds watching it had none. They're the ones that own the prequels now. But in the years since, I matured. I evolved. Better. And you know what? I thought, I'm going to chill out about this. There's also, there are some interesting things in there that I can find other pathways to find an enjoyment. Or I could have just gone, because this is also an option, not for me.
Mm-hmm.
And moved on. Because we don't have an ownership of these things. We have an investment, but that's an emotional investment that is wholly within us. And that's the sunk fallacy thing. We can go back to that you mentioned, is that emotional investment. You can decide at any point, I'm moving on.
Yep.
I don't have to, if this is causing me pain, if this is causing me just anger every time I see this, a disappointment, find something else. Maybe you could just stick with the original.
I was going to say, or
trilogy.
Just stick with the parts
stick
you
with
like
the ones you want,
and ignore.
But don't get angry that something
and,
else exists.
Yeah.
Because you know what, that stuff's going to exist with or without you.
It's true.
And why would you just live such an angry life for the rest of these limited days that we are all here? to just sit in that ridiculous funk of being angry about it.
Absolutely, Harpoquandrax. That's a great way to put it.
Or you
let
go,
the people that wanted it enjoy it. That's how I see it.
Or
See,
you
I
could have,
feel the
or
same
you
way
could have
about
gotten it
Tron
and
right
have no
now.
emotional attachment, just going, hey, that's a cool vehicle.
Yeah.
I don't care what it's
I don't care where it came from. I just like the look and shape of it. I like the B-17
but it's
bomber
a
kind
personal
of look.
Yeah, but it's a personal decision all around. But then,
sure.
Speaking of HasLabs, that is another
that Tron. You want to talk about Tron? You want to talk about Tron?
We can talk about Tron. I mean, we'll talk about Tron. You preface Tron. I'm going to take a second to take a drink.
Okay. Yeah. So I just want to start off by saying as a property, I have zero emotional investment in Tron. It was born the same year I was, so it's as old as I am. I have tried my entire life to like Tron because it sounds like something I should like. It's a guy in a computer. There's computer games. They got cool light cycles and I don't like Tron. I've tried to like Tron. I find the first movie so boring, and I find the second movie so pretentious. I just can't get into Tron.
But you love Jared Leto.
Oh, don't even get me started on Jared Leto. But and I'm not even talking about the third one. I'm just talking about the first two. So like the first one, this HasLab they announced. It's 3 3/4 inch, which already not a scale I like, and it's a property I don't like. So I was out from the get-go, but I'm not against it. I'm not being like, oh, I don't like that they're doing that because it's something I don't enjoy. I want the people that do enjoy it to like it. The problem is, it's possible to try to put yourself into the mindset. Okay, let's say I did like Tron. Is this something, if I like Tron, is this something I see value in? And I'm looking at, 5 figures, 3 3/4 inch, but they're fully articulated. All the painting and sculpting looks great. Lots of accessories and stuff. That's cool. You get 2 like speeder bike
light cycles
sized. I know the light cycles. I'm just trying to put the size like an average like Star Wars vehicle kind of thing. Like small, medium personal vehicles, and then you get a display stand,
which has electronics.
But I just can't justify $260 for all of that. Because I was trying to like break it down. Okay, if it was just the figures, how much of that do I think is allocated to just the figures? And it can't be less than $30 a figure.
But listen, I have probably a stronger generational attachment.
Sure,
I'm a little bit older.
Because you're a little bit older than me. Yeah.
So I was within that Tron wheelhouse of having an affection for it. I never thought it was a great film because it's just it's not. But it was interesting in that way. Also, that is mesmerizing as a kid of that era when special effects were, full of innovation after innovation, just coming at you fast in that period.
The way they did those effects at the time were amazing. They hand cut and like hand pasted rotoscoped
and also
or whatever.
Actors associated with it, David Warner and Jeff Bridges, that just have an emotional attachment. Bruce Boxleitner, politics aside, Babylon 5, also memorable. Scarecrow and Mrs. King for people who really go all the way back. So there is an affection for that. The thing I wonder about this, and it goes back to that, just understanding the context. I would love to know what this was priced out at.
Yeah.
Last year. Because this thing has been in development for at least a year.
Yep.
And I would stake all the money on this HasLab on it that this was priced a hell of a lot different before things went sideways with economic decisions of the past 6 months.
Okay, let's say this was a year ago. What do you think would be
I
a
I
good
would
price point for this?
I would bet a year ago it was probably in the 170 to, it's definitely sub 200.
Yeah. I think 200 is the max, really. I think 199
I think 199 I think
is
is just a, I think I would bet 5 ways to Sunday. I mean,
yeah.
it is a limited appeal product. It is a
Sure, it's very
niche
niche.
product.
Very niche, yeah.
But it is one of those what HasLab supposedly is supposed to be the dream project for a segment of the audience that no way could you bring this to retail. I mean, the sculpts, the articulation, everything they're trying to do with it is great. So imagine being on that team developing this, and we know that Steve Evans
Sure. This is like his
is
brainchild
just
or
this is
baby or
this,
whatever,
well
yeah.
this is like the thing probably that he most wanted
Yeah.
as a collection thing of all the dream projects for him.
It already has done better than Cookie Monster.
It wouldn't take much.
Last I saw it was like
Having one
750 or
person
something.
backing it is better than, and don't get me wrong, I
Yeah.
would have loved that Cookie Monster.
Sure, we've talked about
And
that.
and in hindsight,
Yeah.
would have backed it.
Yeah.
But imagine shepherding this product all the way through this project and getting to the point and have everything go sideways and getting the revised numbers on how this thing is going to launch, and just knowing in your heart that that's going to be the subject of the discussion, no matter what enthusiasm you bring to it or how great it looks, that everyone is primed right now because of the pain that everyone is feeling about all of these economic moves that are happening and everything, going up in flames, along with the price.
Sure.
That's going to be the focus on it. And that probably will be the death knell of it. Of this dream project that got so far, that got past the licensing stage, to actually cross that hurdle. And that means money was also paid out already to get that license.
Yep, they've already sunk money into it. Well, plus producing all the tooling,
And that all would have been done in a period a year ago that, to a large chunk of people, I'm sure even within on the business side, it was unthinkable that anyone would make any moves or maneuvers or policy changes that would so thoroughly unsettle the economy and markets.
Yep.
That something like this happens. And those prices have to go up that way. So to get to that point, and to know that the discussion on every YouTube channel and every discussion forum is going to be that price. And it's just going to torpedo all the enthusiasm about the thing. And it's going to be just a depression spiral of even the people who want to be excited about it are going to be drowned out by the people who are looking at that price. And that price is ridiculously high.
Yeah.
But it's ridiculously high for a reason. And it's all about context. And people just need to understand and then make your own decisions on how you want to approach after you understand the context of why it is happening.
Well, sure,
that way.
but does knowing the context suddenly make you able to afford it?
No. I'm saying that it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for the team. I feel
100%,
bad for I feel bad for the people who want it, who it is a dream project, who people would love to have it in their collection.
There are people out there who love Tron and they're looking at that price point going, I just can't spend that much on this. Which sucks.
Who want to?
Yeah. I don't want to. Even if I like Tron, I just can't see.
It's also not a scale that you collect either.
Well, so I'm trying to put it.
I mean, I'm looking at it going, you know what? If I had, and I don't have the disposal, even if it was the lower price point, it's not a thing that I would do. But I do have that scale. Like, oh yeah, wouldn't it be fun? In that sort of bigger thinking, where you're like, wouldn't it be fun if you didn't have those financial concerns?
Sure.
Would I have that? Absolutely. Would I get it? Would I probably have them sitting in the cantina?
Yeah, exactly.
Damn right I would.
Yeah.
They would sit next to the friggin' Ian Malcolm figure that I picked up, and next to Jack Black, who's also going to be in that. You know, also going to be in that cantina. Wolverine.
Wolverine is in that cantina. Why not? It's Star Wars. Everyone can be there.
They're 3 3/4 scale. They're going in that cantina.
That's right.
It just, and to see so many, just all these channels and sites just talking in circles around it without not addressing the fundamental reasons why it is.
Sure.
And either willfully or willfully ignorantly, just avoiding it.
Yeah.
Well, then you can't have that conversation about why the things are the way they are. Like, yeah, you can have that disappointment, but have that disappointment in context, and that anger in context. And then think about, okay, are there ways to fix the situation that has gotten to the point where all these things are happening the way they're happening? You know what? I bet there are. I bet there are 10,000 globally. Yeah. I bet there are 10,000.
I think if they
would there be 20 or 30,000? You know, the Razor Crest got what, 30,000?
Yeah.
Ultimately, units sold.
Yeah. But there are some that just,
and you know what,
got it on the skin of their teeth.
And there also were, 8,000 backers for a Rancor if it had been run differently.
If they, man, I wish Steve Evans had been on the Rancor team when the Rancor was funding, and he put half the effort into it that he put into getting the gunship funded, because the effort that team put in was almost nothing. After the initial negative reception, I feel like they just kind of gave up a little bit. Like they there were so many things they could have tried to do to assuage people of this perception or that.
Yeah, but also look at how early that was.
Sure, I get,
the Rancor.
They learned a lot.
The worst thing about the Rancor, for anyone who wanted it, was they did learn a lot of lessons from.
They
its
learned
failure.
A lot of lessons from the Rancor. Yeah.
And
maybe don't start with the grayscale model.
and also, I felt bad for them with the gunship, because you know that was their own time and their own dime going out to make that thing happen, and going out to conventions and driving out.
Yeah.
That's on Steve Evans' weekend.
Yep.
And Chris's weekend that they went out. That's their own time. I don't think they were reimbursed for that. I don't think they were paid.
Yeah.
But the writing was on the wall that thing was hitting a point that's just, and it, through no fault of its own, people's incomes were contracting. That there was, genuine economic concern. People were getting slammed by a bunch of pre-orders suddenly arriving out of the blue, which, again, there are reasons for that. Like, there was a major shipping issues that were happening that suddenly you couldn't gauge when anything would show up.
That's true. When you're salaried, you are always on the clock. That's the there's good times and bad times with being salaried.
But I think they also, because they do love it and have a perception of, if that thing had failed, it would have jeopardized. But that was them wanting, for not to make the company money. They weren't going out and doing that. I think they were seeing it as, hey, all these great things we would like to do as fans, trying to make a difference within the company, within the corporate structure. This would have a negative impact if it goes down.
I also, they have their whole Battle of Geonosis year coming up, and I feel like not getting that centerpiece, that everything they're building clearly around this, just like the cantina was built around the Tatooine, but also not having that to be
all
part
of these things were conceived under a different economic climate and a perception of what normality was, that one would have thought would have persisted regardless in any rational world.
Correct.
So for all of that to be upended, arrived at the situation to where everyone's saying, Oh,
I,
how do we do?
yeah,
How do we deal with this?
yeah. I want to address this comment real quick. I don't think so. The thing is, it wasn't one thing with the Rancor. It was a lot of things.
It was like
You're right.
almost a perfect storm.
It was a perfect storm. Absolutely. If they had pushed that out a week or two and people
You,
saw Boba Fett riding a Rancor, it would have absolutely boosted sales because you're
right.
putting it
Well,
in the
remember the
mind's eye.
Cantina? They did the same thing.
Same thing.
Cantina
Yeah.
was a
Yeah.
shortened.
Yeah. Yeah. There were issues with the can. Did you hear about those issues with the Cantina? Why it was shortened?
No, which ones?
I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it, but I heard some inside information.
Too late. You
Um,
already started.
so because there were a lot of layoffs at
Right.
Hasbro
Right.
before the Cantina went live, and apparently the person who was responsible for scheduling a lot of the HasLab stuff got laid off, and no one realized that no one was doing that. So there were a lot of things that didn't get done on time to start the actual marketing for it
And
because
then
the
the listing
person
went live for a half
yeah,
second
yes, correct,
and
correct.
panicked everybody about.
That's what happened. A lot of things were scheduled, but not a lot of things were set or nailed down that should have been. Things weren't passed through because the communications had broken because of the layoffs.
And something I would love to see them. I because we'll never get full transparency because it's a
Yeah,
corporate
no,
structure.
yeah,
We'll never fully. I think there should be no overlapping campaigns.
oh, and that was the other thing that happened with the Rancor is it was competing against GI Joe and Ghostbusters at the same
Right.
time, and there is overlap there, and people were having to pick and choose. Like I can't back all of these.
Well, and Cantina
Yeah.
with what was the GI? Was it the his tank or the what was
No,
the
it was the plane, the Rattler.
it was the Rattler? Um, there should be a month and like
Yeah,
a 1 or 2 week cooldown period to where
agreed.
people can just collect their thoughts,
Yeah,
maybe get another paycheck in, just
yeah.
just for that mental thing of like, oh, okay, it was a little bit of a
Well,
break.
you're right, but or alternatively, payment system.
The payment system in a company that's short staffed, I can understand why having to manage even more logistics might be a thing that they're
I
looking
don't
at. But
know.
yes, no,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
absolutely think that should be, or like you pay half up front
sure.
and
Yeah,
then you're able to spread. So it's
yeah.
not quite but it
I
also is
bought the
locking in.
I had the funds for the dragon with Mythic Legions. I sold toys to make sure I had the funds on hand so I could buy it, and I still did the financing for it just so I didn't have to drop all that money all at once.
Right, right. I mean, this the psychology around these things, and also I've seen the anger in the his tank announcement that just came out of the repaint that they're offering out for, which is not just a repaint, right? Doesn't it also strip out the electronics?
I think I don't. So I didn't hear any specifics. It wouldn't surprise me if it stripped out the electronics. It is molded differently. Like there's different guns on top, and it doesn't have obviously a lot of the like the customization
Right.
that it
So
had. It won't
it
have all
is
the
a stripped
figures.
down,
It's a
slightly
strip down.
changed to make it a different version of the thing,
Correct.
but it's
Correct.
using a lot of the tooling that was
Yes.
established. It only is able to exist because the HasLab existed.
Correct.
And
Correct.
people are losing their minds over this as some kind of massive betrayal as a HasLab backer, that it should only have been them, that they financed it and they're not, because they financed this project, Hasbro should never be able to use that stuff again. Because why are other people benefit? I mean, we could talk to larger social issues of this mentality when it comes to why am I supporting other people having something? Uh,
Sure.
but
But they're also benefiting is the thing. Like they can also now buy that Arctic Hiss because the Hiss was successful. Like that's something
Right.
anyone can buy. This is a
Now you
good
can
thing
army
objectively.
build.
Yeah.
It comes
Yeah.
back. If you want to buy a second or a third or a fourth,
Yeah.
it's not no longer, oh, do you want to go pay $1,000 on the
Yeah.
aftermarket for it?
Oh, and then try to repaint it
But
yourself
also,
or
do
whatever.
you
Like,
want to just strangle these
yeah.
IPs for the future
Yeah. I mean,
by
this opens
shutting
up.
out anyone? Like, if you weren't there,
Yeah.
you don't get. Don't forget the Star Wars line was built on 90% of the characters being available throughout the entirety of the film's franchise on
Yeah.
shelves.
True.
That you could go in and Return of the Jedi, and you could buy a Tusken Raider
Yep.
that was nowhere in that film,
Nope.
but it
But it
was
was on a
on
Return of the Jedi
shelves.
card. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
And for people to just, I don't understand the selfishness and the protectiveness and the vindictiveness that people have about trying to shut out the opportunity for people to have the same joy that you have owning a thing. And you know what?
Now,
It's been years. Like, when was the Hiss Tank released?
to 2022, I think.
So it's going to be almost 5 years since
Yeah,
that thing.
it's like 3 or 4 years, I think.
And people already losing their minds over a
Yeah.
Razor Crest coming out next year to tie in with the movie. That's not going to have the carded figures that they got in that set. It's not going to have those carbonite blocks that came with that set. It's going to be painted differently because it looks different in the movie. But for people who didn't get a Razor Crest, I can just chill out, people. Chill out and let other people have the same joy you have. And if you're just in it as an investment, I have no pity for your protectiveness and anger about this. Like, if you just want to gatekeep people having a thing in their collection because you got it in the narrow window that a HasLab existed, and think that that makes an exclusivity for all eternity on that product ever coming back.
Well, I'll be honest. I mean, I used to be in that camp like pretty staunchly, and that's mostly not. I'm not going to take blame for that because that is, at least at the beginning, how Hasbro marketed this, and I bought into it.
Right. And that
So
that was also their fault.
Yeah.
On it.
Like Hasbro,
instead of going, this is this is a gateway.
FOMO in
it
me.
may never come back.
Yeah.
If you want it in the time, like, you may be dead before it ever comes back, because who knows? A bus could hit you as soon as your sail barge arrives and before another one's released for you to be angry about.
Right.
But you have it in your collection.
Yeah.
To try and keep that from anyone else, like, let's put this scenario for it. Let's say the Rancor HasLab happened, and in that period of your life you couldn't afford it.
Sure.
And it was successful. It funded, but it just squeaked by. So there's not a lot of Rancors on the aftermarket, and the ones that are like 4 times as expensive
because there's not many.
And all you want is a Rancor for your collection, because it's Rancor. It's a vital component and fun to have in your collection. And suddenly there's the opportunity for them to bring it back, but people around you are going, no, I was in on that HasLab. You weren't. You don't get to have that. It's never coming back. My funding of that is not so that tooling could exist for anyone else but me in that moment. That's shitty. That's just a shitty approach.
It is a shitty approach. It's a shitty outlook.
And that's community killing.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. And it's like I said, I used to think like that because that's how they marketed it. And I wanted to keep that special feeling that I was part of an elite group that could afford a specific thing at a specific time. Like, I've got this cool oversized Unicron up there because at the time I could afford $600.
Which, to be fair, was in a specific time with some added wiggle room.
Sure. A whole extra basically runtime for it. Because they were like, oh, it didn't really do as well as we want, so we're gonna extend it out to New York Comic Con. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, but the Rancor, not a minute
No,
longer.
not a minute longer. No, even though it was less than 400 to go,
Nope.
no.
Nope. There's no midnight dumps for that. There's no
Nope. No, there's no last minute overseas dumps.
No, look what appeared. Yeah, I just it's such a weird mentality, and I can't understand. I don't want to understand it because it makes me sad for and upset and angry about just the state of humanity, that people could just be that isolationist about a hobby.
It's a miserable way to exist too. Like I feel so much better now that I don't care. And part of that is because I sold all my HasLabs for the most part. I have a couple, but I also have I'm of the opinion if they wanted to rerun those, I don't care. I don't care. Like go ahead, make it more available.
Other people get to have a thing.
Yeah. I'm glad that I can.
And they're probably going to pay more than you paid for it because of the way that the prices have gone up just for manufacturing.
Can we talk about this real quick? So one of the things that's exclusive to New York Comic Con, MCM London, is this. Oh, let me bring this up. It's this transformer here. How do I share screen? There we go, Mike. You can do anything.
I believe in you.
Thank you.
You believed in me.
I believe in me that believes in myself.
I believe in believing.
I believe in God love. There we go. This right here. So this is just a figure that's $90, which is the price point of what they call their commander class. A year ago, maybe a year and a half, maybe two. I don't remember when.
Well, quick side tangent. How many classes are there? Because it's very confusing.
A lot. No, there's.
And why are there so many?
There was core, and that was the smallest one, and that's the price point. So they can budget different amounts of tooling for different things. So if something's more bigger or more complicated, they have a structure in place to say it goes here.
But none of the names make any sense.
No, well, it doesn't make sense. No,
like there's nothing that if you told me that, I would have no clue what size that was.
The only reason I know is memorization. Yeah,
right,
no,
right.
There's no inherent logic to it.
Like a tier system. Like class 1 is going to be your most expensive, and class 3 is going to be. Or class 1 is your base level. That's going to be like the cheapest figures you can get, and it goes up to a class 6.
Yeah, it goes deluxe, which is their base level now. Then it goes Voyager, which is like a step up, and that's like $10 more. And then there is Leader class. Enterprise Leader class, which is like the $55-ish class now. It used to be $50, used to be $45, then it kept going up. And then there's Commander class, which is like $90-ish, and then there is the Titan class, which is like $149 or $199 or something like that, depending on what it is. So this guy, the original one,
and what would the Masterpiece series be considered at this point, or is that still a separate?
Is its own thing. Masterpiece is its own thing. So Hasbro doesn't even make masterpieces; they just localize them. That's still 100% Takara Tomy. Yeah. But a lot of the Takara Tomy guys work on these. Like anytime they announce it, like we worked on this with Hisui-san, who's like the main Takara masterpiece guy or whatever. So there's a lot of overlap in the engineering. But anyway, so let's say 2 years ago, because I don't remember exactly when it was. They made an Armada Optimus Prime, who was from the cartoon Armada. He was a truck and a trailer, and he combines into a super robot mode. That was one of their earlier Commander class figures, which was $90. And a lot of people didn't buy it because they just want the Optimus. They didn't want to pay for the whole thing. They announced this back at SDCC, and my friend Zach is like, "Oh, finally, I can get just the cab, just the Optimus Prime part without all the other stuff, without paying $90."
Because now I'm curious about this.
Yeah.
So, does Zach generally display his in robot mode. So that's why having the trailer would just be a thing
Star Wars,
that winds up in a box.
Zach, by the way, this is my tall
Bots and shots.
Bots and shots. Zach. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, so yeah, if you're just going to display robot mode, that's the trailer is an accessory that's just going to go into a box.
Correct. Although you can combine it into a super mode with this trailer. He doesn't want to do that. He just likes collecting Nemesis Primes, which is basically a black repaint of Optimus Prime. Right. It's like a thing they do. So he was excited about this. And it ended up being the same price. It's the same price as what the Commander class was like 2 years ago, but now it's just half of it. Like it's missing the trailer, but he has to pay the exact same amount. It does have this little sword made out of 3 jets here. They kind of,
because
they turn into a sword, but like that's not that doesn't make up for the trailer that's missing for the same amount, No. So the price point, honestly, I was shocked by the price point on this. I can't justify $90 for that toy.
Is there an option to get it without the sword jets?
No, absolutely not. And the weird part is, because he's the same mold, like he still can transform into that, like the super mode, but just the upper half, because the trailer turned into like the bottom half. So you can
is that like an Ultra Magnus sort of situation?
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah,
got it.
I mean, hold on, I have the regular one. I can just look up a picture too. I'm not going to bring it out. I'm not going to get up.
Don't knock things over. You don't need to knock things over. He's probably in the back. He's big.
He is. Commander class Optimus Prime Armada. Boom. Images. Yeah. So this is like the full thing. That's him all combined.
Now, when I'm looking at that, to me, the way my old 80s brain went,
sure,
it's like, is that Omega Supreme?
I mean, it kind of looks like that, but no, it's
in the big mode,
like no, it's not. It's Armada Optimus Prime in his super robot mode.
Is there an Armada Supreme? That should be a thing, right? Have they used that name yet?
No, I don't think there was actually an Omega Supreme in Armada.
Please. He's called Armada Supreme.
Sorry, Armada Supreme. That sounds like he's a Taco Bell item, and he comes with sour cream and tomatoes.
He is delicious. He's the transformer you buy when you are very
would you
drunk.
Like the Armada or the Armada Supreme? It's 2 a.m. You're in the drive-thru.
Would you like nacho cheese on your Armada Supreme?
Heck yes, I do. I don't care how much more it costs.
Oh, you got to get the nacho cheese on the chalupa is the way to go.
So I worked at Taco Bell in high school.
How many jobs have you had?
A lot, man. My first job was working as a sandwich sign boy at a bagel shop, just standing on the corner with the sandwich sign, like saying, like, "Come to the top of the bagels." But then I worked at Taco Bell.
Top of the Bagel was the name of the place?
Yeah, top of the bagel to you. It was top of the bagel.
Did you have to do that while you were wearing the sign?
No, I did not.
You didn't have a cap to doff?
I didn't have a top hat or anything. No. I just had
an accent.
I just had a big sandwich.
Top of the bagel to you.
Oh, top of the bagel to you.
Oh.
Like, is that racist? I don't know.
I don't know. My Irish accent always goes into Popeye.
Yeah, it's easy.
Top of the bagel. So top of the bagel. And
then Taco Bell.
And Taco Bell.
I worked there. I worked at Taco Bell for a summer, the summer of 1999, because they had the episode 1 toys on display. And when it was slow, I would sing through the drive-thru. I would sing Weird Al's
Saga Begins.
Right. Over the drive-thru at people walking by.
Can you give us a little bit of that right now? Like if you were on the mic?
I mean, no.
Yeah, no.
Can't put me on the spot.
I heard
long time ago. That's no.
In a galaxy far, far away. Yeah. Come on, you can keep
going. Naboo was under an attack. And I thought me and Qui-Gon Jinn could talk the Federation into maybe cutting them a little slack. Yeah. But their response, it didn't thrill us. They locked the doors and tried to kill us. Yeah. But
What?
we escaped from that gas and met Jar Jar and Boss
Boss Nass.
Nass. Yeah. Yeah, I remember the whole song.
Oh, you're clipping this out, right? This is going, yeah. This is going to be the clip out.
Yeah.
You clip this out and I will send it to Al.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for doing
that. And that's how we shut your channel down.
Oh no, he's like, not on my watch. I just imagine.
I almost thought he was doffing his cap. Not on my watch.
He has a nuclear button to like blow up channels that do his music, because that just seems like the kind of guy Al is. The weird is actually just a persona. He's mean Al when no one's watching.
It's weird how mean he is.
Yeah.
And vindictive.
Cruel Al.
Well, you've seen him as played by Daniel Radcliffe. You've seen his story.
Yeah. I mean, he killed
absolutely something he'd do.
Yeah. I mean, it was sad when he died. He got assassinated. That was spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Weird Al.
Everyone check out the Weird Al.
It's such a good movie. Like, it really is. Also, check out UHF. That is timeless, and I don't care how many dated references are in it. It is still funny. Don't care.
No. Everyone go check it out.
Check it out.
Hey, check it out.
And then I worked at KB Toys. That was after I graduated high school, because my dad said, if you're not going to college, which I took the first semester after high school off, he's like, if you're not going to college, you have to pay rent, so you have to get a job. And my first thought was, I like toys.
So you took a gap year.
I did. I took a gap. I took a gap 6 months, whatever. Yeah.
You went to find yourself.
I did. I worked at KB Toys, and then I worked at Legoland for a little while in their big shop selling Legos. I worked there during 9/11, and we had to go take off any Lego that had, like, Lego sets that had buildings and airplanes on them. Like, we had to go through the floor combing any product, because like City was a thing, and there was like City Hunter or something that was like spies, and a lot of them had like airplanes and buildings. So we had to remove all of those.
You couldn't just take one or the other?
Nope.
Like, it had to be both?
And yeah, because it was reminiscent. Because you could be an airplane or you could be a building, but if there was a picture of like an airplane flying kind of close to a building, which they're Lego boxes, so if they're on the box, they're going to be close. It was too reminiscent of what had just happened, so we had to remove them off the shelf.
Now, at the same time, Hasbro was quickly taking off the line their Transformer that turned from a building into an airplane.
Building into an airplane, yeah. Oh shit! No, these are bad luck.
We worked so hard.
And
don't forget, the original ending of Lilo and Stitch was them flying the airplane through the city.
Yeah, that's true. And they had to change that. They also changed the her hiding in a dryer.
Well, that was much later for the.
Sure, but they still changed it.
Yes,
they still changed it. But yes, they had to do that during production. People were, understandably, we as a society were very sensitive towards that imagery at the time, because it was weird that they were just casually showing airplanes running into buildings and people jumping out of skyscrapers on the news, on TV. You could just see it. Or
Spider-Man's webbing people between the Twin Towers.
Between the Twin Towers. Man.
I still have the posters. I have a handful of the theatrical posters they had sent me promotionally at the time, with the Twin Towers reflected in his eyepiece on the poster.
Because that was like iconic imagery at the time. You're in New York, there's the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's of course going to be around him because he's a big spider.
Yeah, the only one that came out better out of that deal was the Empire State Building. It was like, my title's back.
That's true. So what you're saying is it was the Empire State.
I think it was it was the Empire State Building.
He had motive. He had the opportunity.
Yeah, this is the worst game of Clue we've ever played. So did you? I'm assuming you ordered the Palpatine and Mace Windu set?
I did. I ordered one for me and I ordered one for Zach since he doesn't have premium. And I've got his.
You know what? Tell him no. No, he has to wait till November 3rd.
He paid me. He's gonna come get his Anakin
Is,
Obi-Wan set that's signed. So
is he though?
at some point, right now, I own it. It's mine. Possession is 9/10 of the law.
You need to start taking pictures of it in different locations.
I honestly, I've done one.
Can you get that snow shot?
Oh man, if it's still here when it's snowing, of course.
Yeah, as one errant snowflake hits it and streaks one of the signatures.
That's it. I thought about you this morning.
Ends that day.
Yeah, I thought about you this morning because I almost turned on my heat because it was so cold today. It was like
gargoyles fall.
It was like 64 or 65 degrees in my house, and I'm like, should I turn on the heat? And then I thought, no, my gargoyle. I haven't done anything with my gargoyles yet. So
are you going to preemptively move them? It's getting close.
Like I should. Yeah, I feel like I should.
You're going to have, and it's going to be sudden when it suddenly goes cold for you. It's going to be like one day it's going to be in the 70s, and the next day it's going to be 30.
Yeah. Well, so I just put on a hoodie and sweatpants because I'm usually in like a t-shirt and shorts. Not a big deal.
Is that what you're going to tell your wife? No, we can't turn on the heat.
No, I haven't moved my gargoyles.
I haven't moved my gargoyles. And told me I never should have put them up there, but I was so set on it.
I didn't even listen.
I never would have even thought about it. It would have been fine. Now, if they were to fall right now, what would they hit on their way down? Like, would they take some stuff with them?
They probably they might catch on because I have my 1/4 scale movie turtles there.
Oh, why would you even risk that? And the falls they would take?
It might catch on Donatello's bow staff, which 100% would break that bow staff. But really, I think if they cleared it, it would just land on my light box right here.
Listen, I'm putting out a call right now. If anyone agrees with me, and we need to motivate Mike to move those gargoyles before it takes.
Move it.
No. You haven't yet. You've known. This is the problem. Everyone sees a thing and never acts on it until it's too late. We know the rock is going to fall on us. If anyone wants to send in a $2 super chat, a motivational super chat, in the course, you doubt it. I think there are plenty of people in this audience right now that support you saving those turtles.
I will tell you what.
From gargoyle fall.
I'm also worried about them just getting super dusty.
Is there anyone out there?
Just for the people that don't know.
$2 to save those turtles.
I hung this floating shelf right here, and I put all my NECA gargoyle figures right there. And Ken kindly pointed out that it's right next to my vent. Like as soon as that heat comes on, it's gonna 100% heat those figures up, which makes all their joints loose.
And it's just going to come tumbling down.
Yeah.
It's either going to be while you're in the room and it's going to be that shock, or you're going to just walk in and it's going to be a pile of turtles and gargoyles.
That's it.
And you're going to look at it, you're going to go, I should have moved those gargoyles.
I should have listened to Ken.
Where are you going to put them? Is it because you don't have a place for them right now?
I might just move the whole shelf over the door, just to the side of it.
Right.
So like just right there.
Also, I really overestimated how supportive your audience would be of saving your turtles.
No,
not even a $2 super chat.
They don't care.
We actively have plenty of viewers in here who could have sent the $2 super chat.
Don't care
to save your turtles.
I might
you don't care. I'm asking.
Turtles. Are you feeling rejected because you asked and no one did
I feel like obviously my ability to put a plea out there that they would respond to. But this is the same way I feel when I ask people if they while I'm on somebody else's show if they want to go subscribe to my channel and they don't.
Go subscribe to Ken's channel.
Nah, I think that time no one subscribes to anything anymore. People have the audiences they established in the before times.
Well, that's kind of true, actually.
I think people are pretty much locked in. No one's cross-pollinating anymore, which is why we just do it to have fun with each other.
We do it to have fun
and to have long conversations that hopefully will make a difference.
Yeah.
Wow. No one wants to save your turtles.
No,
And now they're
and it's
actively
fine.
pushing back. And Ionicus is just making
See,
me feel even worse.
see. I remember that. I remember during our live stream for Black Series Cantina birthday, and you were like, "No one subscribes to this," and like immediately people went to go subscribe to your channel.
Mac, I appreciate it.
So.
I will say I might not have noticed because people unsubscribed at the time, and it might have balanced out the number.
So the last video I posted, I lost like 10 subscribers because there's this phenomenon, like when you haven't posted videos for a while, and then you do, like people go, "I'm still subscribed to that guy," and then they see it and they go unsubscribe because you
it's
posted
not costing
something.
anybody to subscribe, and it's not actively making you watch them. I don't understand. If you liked it, unless someone has like so turned, like, you know, I absolutely cannot have this person.
Were they so offended by my room tour video that turned into a review?
Maybe they saw where you put the gargoyles and like, I can't support this. I don't know what's going on here. Who puts that? He lives in the Midwest now. It's gonna be a problem.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of the Midwest, there was a Midwest Comic-Con and I got 2 of these turtles. Which way am I going? This way. 2 of these turtles signed. I got Cam Clark and Townsend Coleman.
Is this the same one that you got, Billy West?
Yeah. Billy West was right next to him. And I felt bad because, like, I mean, Billy West had a longer line, but like, I'm like, do I not care about Billy West? Like, I do, but I came for Cam Clark and Townsend Coleman. But Billy West is like a cool guy.
What's weird is you were having this dialogue.
I was
audibly.
No, he can hear me. Yeah, he can 100% hear me.
Do I care about Billy
Do
West?
I care about
Should
Billy?
I go
Do
over?
I care about
I mean,
the
he's
brown
right
M&M?
there, and he's not really doing anything, and I'm here, and I should appreciate him more. And Billy's 100%. Just going,
"What are you talking about?"
I'm here if you want to just say hi.
I did. Then I paid for a photo and a I got I put it up. I got a picture of Farnsworth saying, "I don't want to live on this planet anymore," and he signed it.
Do you have any of the Futurama figures that came out?
No.
Who did it? Was Toynami did it the first release, and then another company did a release a few years later. Who did the second release? The second release is the one that had the Build-A-Figure stuff, like the stabby.
I know it wasn't Playmates because they were the Simpsons.
It wasn't Playmates. It wasn't Palisades.
I don't think it was McFarlane.
It wasn't McFarlane because they don't break.
It's true. I honestly don't remember.
Those McFarlane figures of that era were very brittle, and they didn't have washes on them.
No, and they were mostly little statues anyway. Futurama figures.
The Futuramas, the figures were fine. The articulation was weird.
Yeah, there's Toynami, which we talked about.
I think Toynami because Toynami also did like the Space Ghost, the original Space Ghost figure releases with Moltar, Brack, Zorak, and Space Ghost. But then Toynami also did Birdman, and they also did the Blue Falcon and Dynomutt.
Yeah, that was from the Scoob movie, right?
No. This was the Toynami. This was the original. It was just based on the Hanna-Barbera. The Blue Falcon I have packed away, but the Dynomutt's great. It has the expandable limbs. Because didn't Toynami also did the Herculoids releases, right?
They were going through that whole like Hanna-Barbera back.
But all the more action oriented,
right,
Hanna-Barbera stuff.
Yeah.
Except for Space Ghost Coast to Coast,
which is a talk show.
Yeah. Starring characters that were on the action.
That were on, yeah.
I mean, McFarlane, I mean, they're super brittle.
Yeah.
But the sculpting was great. But they're Hanna-Barbera essentially statue line with the limited action
they did
figures.
Do Thundar the Barbarian as well.
Thundar, yes.
Herculoids, yeah. He wasn't part of the Herculoids, but he was in that.
McFarlane's little limited era with Hanna-Barbera.
Didn't McFarlane do Simpsons for a little bit?
Yes. But the same sort of diorama pieces.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
with limited, like they did the Ironic Punishment set where you could feed the donuts to Homer, the demon.
Yep.
And I'm looking at it right now. It's up there. The Lardland Donuts with Homer with the chain attached to it for the Treehouse of Horror.
Yep. They also did. I think they had like a special guest line where it was all like the celebrities or whatever.
No, that was no, that was whoever had the line after Playmates, before it came back to McFarland, because they did the Mark Hamill release, the Tom Hanks release.
Who was that? Because now it's gonna bug me.
Was that Jax?
Oh, it might have been Jax. NECA. Apparently, it was NECA.
Did so they were in the same scale as the Playmates.
Yeah.
At one point I had all of those Playmates figures because I was on the press list, so they said
they sent them to you.
So they got rid of them all to pay to take my nephews to Disney World.
What's the weirdest license McFarlane has had? Well, I feel like
Strange Brew. Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Yeah, they did.
And also Slapshot.
They also did Slapshot and Strange Brew. Yeah. That was like
which was a weird offshoot of Movie Maniacs.
Yeah.
Like a half beat when they went.
They weren't really articulated, but they weren't really.
And McFarlane also did Austin Powers.
Yes, McFarlane did Austin Powers when those came out.
Which are also super brittle.
Really, really big into like movie figures back then.
But movies that weren't getting, like, they were geared towards, like, it's the kind of stuff that Suncoast would stock.
Correct. 100%. You go into Suncoast and you see those McFarlane Movie Maniacs like figures or absolutely. Yeah. And like at the time, because they were
Suncoast was like the Spencer's Gifts of entertainment.
Yeah. Overpriced DVDs and whatnot. I remember I special ordered the letterbox version of Monty Python and the Holy Grail on VHS from Suncoast because you could. And it always bugged me that the title card for that is cut off because during the process of doing it, they just made the whole thing and it cuts off.
They neither pan nor scan. They just cropped.
No, they just cropped. They just like Auntie Pytho and Holy Grail. Like, it doesn't have the whole thing. So.
Part of me feels that Terry Jones probably made that decision
100%
intentionally to go, no,
Yeah.
You're making us crop it? This is what it's going to look like.
I remember going to Suncoast and buying like DVDs of Dragon Ball Z with 3 episodes on them. It's like an hour worth of cartoons for $25 a pop. And that was a lot back in 2000.
Or an X-Files VHS that had 2 episodes on it.
2 episodes, yeah.
And they might not even have been consecutive episodes. They were themed to pair together. But if you wanted complete series, then you just signed up for Time Life.
True.
Then you can get the entire run of MASH.
Yeah. My dad had a lot of the Time Life CDs. There was like, go get the eras, get the decades or whatever. And he had so many of
Crooners
those.
of the 40s.
Exactly.
The swinging 50s.
My favorite was he had one that was like novelty songs from like the 60s. So it had like Flying Purple People Eater,
Itsy Bitsy
like
Teeny Weeny, Yellow Polka Dot Weenie.
Yeah, exactly.
Know them well.
Yeah. There were so many good songs, like "Hey Mr. Custard" or whatever. Like,
how many of those would you sing at the drive-thru at Taco Bell?
I only ever sang Star Wars at the drive-thru at Taco Bell.
They would just come on and just go "Wooly Bully."
Yeah, which was also on there.
But you knew that from a Chipmunk Adventure,
of course. Yeah. I mean, if you know David Seville and the Chipmunks, like you knew that song because it was on there. They sang it. They sang it when they're on their hot air balloons.
Also, I found because it had always bothered me because they were all covers in the movie, and there was only one seemingly original song because I knew no Providence, and that was the big show-stopping Girls of Rock and Roll, Boys of Rock and Roll, Chipettes, Chipmunks sing-off that happens in Greece. Was it Athens, right? Because they were like around the Parthenon and big number. And it's like, never heard that before. Like, that's not a known song, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was in the past 6 months, year, I found the original version of that song. And it was a song that was from a soundtrack of a movie in the 80s that was made for that low budget came and went movie in the 80s. So if you want to look it up on YouTube, it is, let me find the name of the version.
Pletho, I like the VHSs because they had the image on the sides, and if you bought them all, it like had like the image of Trunks sitting on the rock. Anyways, Mac wants to know what Time Life is like, and you know what? Like I was there for Time Life. Like it was just a publishing company,
no,
like a collecting company, a collection company. Like what exactly was Time Life?
So Time Life Books is what it started as. And basically it offered subscription based multi-volume books, like book series originally. Like if you Mysteries of the Unsolved, of
my dad had Time Life. It was like Wild West like collections or whatever.
Yes. So, you'd have a lot of things, or like the World War II collection.
Yeah.
From Time Life Books. And then Time Life moved into home video. And the biggest hook they could offer, because there was no streaming, was you could offer subscription-based VHS releases of TV series that had multiple seasons. Because you could only fit so many episodes on a VHS tape, like on average, 4 or 5 tops at the best quality.
Yeah.
So it was a really good way to hook people on a subscription on a way that, and then they would offer usually uncut, which you would not get in the syndication packages that were running at those times, which had footage cut for time to add more ads into them. So one of the big ones they started on, which was a great hook for fans that would really want them, was Star Trek.
Yeah.
And so it was the original series, and then Star Trek: The Next Generation. And they expanded that into, then they would do like MASH. MASH was a big one because it had a huge built-in audience, and the fans would really want it, and you could hook them for a monthly subscription that you get a new tape every month. And you build out your collection. The thing that did them in was, because remember, that's a massive amount of space to have a complete 11 season run of MASH, when you had an average of 25 to 30 episodes in seasons of that period.
Right.
You could hook them for years on that. The thing that undid them,
hooked my dad for years. Like he was getting books and CDs. I don't think we ever got like VHS or anything, but books and CDs for sure.
So when DVDs came on the scene, you originally had DVD releases that were similar to that. They were like a collection of a handful of episodes on a DVD, a single disc release. Then somebody realized, oh, we don't have to deal with the same space restrictions of like, an inch wide tape that's taking up a massive amount of space and has all these manufacturing costs built in. We could maybe put out an entire season on a box set that those discs will take up essentially the same width of a VHS, but we've got the entire season on it.
Of course, back then an entire season of a show would be like $150 or $200. Yeah.
But those VHS tapes, because I remember, because I subscribed to the MASH, because I was a big fan of MASH as a kid.
Oh man, as soon as MASH came on, I always turned the channel. That the theme song bored me as a kid.
Here's the thing: the first 5 seasons of it are really good, and then and funny. The later seasons became a bit more serious.
Yeah.
And it was just different, and for a kid, just the funny.
Yeah.
Like now I can appreciate it.
It just felt like something for old people. Like I remember it coming on that helicopter.
But the big thing was to get the things that very rarely made it in the rotation, or made it into rotation uncut on syndication, was the premiere episode, but also the 2.5 hour finale.
Sure. Which was like the most watched finale of any TV show ever. Yeah.
Right. So to get that on a single VHS uncut when it was a thing that wasn't really cut up for the syndication package.
And like the internet didn't exist, and like
that was a big thing. So I was like one and done on those two. It was I want to say $30 a month to get a new tape. And, you know, think of a 7-season run when you're only getting 2 episodes each on 25 episode seasons of Star Trek The Next Generation. That's a lot of money. So to pay a couple $100 for the entirety was big. Kids today don't understand.
They don't know
what we had to do to get media back in the day.
Nope.
You need to make them appreciate it.
I don't want to. They don't have to appreciate it if they don't want to, but I'll talk about it, because back in my day, we had to rewind to rewatch something.
As you were on your 15th job in a year.
In a year. No, I actually kept jobs for a while.
It doesn't sound like it.
I just had. I mean, I had like a year. Like I worked at Legoland for like a year. I worked at KB Toys on and off. I worked there for 6 months, and then a year after that, I left and then came back. I worked at Fry's Electronics for like 3 years. I worked at Apple for like 15 years.
I mean, finally, some stability.
Yeah, right.
You're the reason Fry's went under.
Oh God, no. The reason Fry's went under is because the people that owned Fry's were awful people. You're
saying they cared more about those fish than their employees?
No, they cared more about money than their employees. One of the Fry's PCs I sold someone caught fire at someone's house and almost burned it down.
Well, that's user error.
The store, the assistant manager at my store was fired because he was like basically embezzling gift cards and buying stuff from the store from it, and it took him years to get caught.
Well, maybe if they paid everyone properly.
Well, 100%. Look at that. Ionicus has been at White Castle for 26 plus years. That's a long time to be anywhere. That's commitment right there.
Now, at what level does he manage a White Castle now?
I don't know.
Let us know. What stage are you at? Are you in corporate side? Are you in?
No, he works at a store. I know that. I've seen pictures. Looks like fun. I remember Blockbuster pre-recession. That was like, I remember Blockbuster back in the day. I remember going and renting. I rented my N64 from Blockbuster because you could rent consoles from Blockbuster.
I mean,
that training manager.
Way most people could get, or you just try out a game for a weekend.
Yeah, that's how you. I loved renting games. I rented Mega Man. I rented Mega Man 2 so many times that my mom should have just bought it, because I'm pretty sure.
So if I were to say Dr. Wily's theme, is that in your head already?
I mean,
yeah. Those Capcom themes,
they were so good.
I mean, DuckTales, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, I love
even the Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers.
I love that they gave it lyrics for Della Duck. That was one of my favorite episodes, was Della Duck on the moon and incorporating all the moon stuff. Like, that was so good.
And a great performance from Paget Brewster.
100%. Paget Brewster.
Just recorded with her the other day.
Going from Community season 6 to DuckTales, just like Abed.
Yeah, that's exactly the arc.
That's the arc everyone goes through.
Oh, Paget's career is fascinating. Also in a movie written by James Gunn and starring James Gunn.
Really? I didn't know that.
That also had a Spider-Man villain in it.
I'm sorry, what movie?
And a cast member from Mad TV. That I was at the premiere of this film that happened at San Diego Comic-Con in the year 2000. And it was directed by Craig Mazin, who, if folks know The Last of Us, is the showrunner of The Last of Us and also Chernobyl. I think he also did Chernobyl. And the movie was The Specials. Rob Lowe is in it.
The Specials.
Thomas Hayden Church.
I forgot about that movie.
Sean Gunn also has a dance sequence in it with Sean Gunn.
Wow.
But yeah, Padgett's in it. It's a film that very much feels low budget 2000
Yeah, and
superhero
it had the
flick.
guy that was like, is that Nightcrawler? No, it's not Nightcrawler, but it
that
looks
that
like
unfortunately
yeah.
was quirky, but got blown out of the water because it released at the exact same time as Mystery Men.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And let's be honest, Mystery Men's a great movie. I like the movie. It's one of my favorite movies.
Who are you being honest with?
I don't know. I don't know why I have to justify my love for Mystery Men, but it's just a really good movie.
Check out the specials. I mean, it certainly is dated. Oh, and it also has Jamie Kennedy in it.
Oh god, that is dated right
Pre-experiment.
Pre-experiment. Pre-Malibu's Most Wanted.
Yeah. But it's worth seeing for Padgett. Padgett's also in a great underrated holiday movie.
James
directed by Paul Feig.
James Gunn likes superhero movie. He did that Super movie with Rainn Wilson.
He does.
He likes that. I'm not. That's not bad.
Also, was it Brightburn?
Brightburn. So we watch that because every year on Halloween, my wife and I watch like scary movies, and that was one we watched one year because it was intense for her, so it was like on the list.
Well, you also did Slither.
Slither.
Is that on your rotation? Or is that a little too gross to sit down and watch?
That's a little too gross. It's a little too gross.
Never watched it. I've never like, I don't need that. It's fine. I know it exists.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, Mac. James Gunn I guess he likes comics. It's so weird.
I guess comics and dancing.
Yeah.
He likes comics and dancing.
He does like that dancing. You know what? I got to say, I don't really like Foxy Shazam. I know it's his favorite band or whatever. I wasn't into the season 2 opener when they first, but it grew on me. Like it grew on me real fast.
Now you like the song, don't you?
It was just, I do like the Wigwam song from season 1 more.
I mean, the Wigwam song also came out of nowhere.
It did. It really did. And I feel like it just
had made such an impression because it was so impactful and came out of nowhere. And you heard it every week for 10 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or 8 weeks.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna stick. And then you gotta the bar is really high.
The bar was high. But I didn't like it as much at first. Now I still don't think I like it as much, but I like it more.
Have you listened to it independent of it?
Yeah. Because I think what happened
you cranked that thing up, and it really.
So back in the day when I was karaokeing a lot, multiple times a week, it was like my thing, and I had a crew where we'd go to different karaoke places every year.
Because you were thrown out of numerous ones.
100%. We would always start fights. As soon as someone wanted to sing,
this room is ours. No. I don't know why you became Canadian, but
that slap shot in there for a little bit. But
this room is ours, eh? Get out. Take off.
Are they doing a new Strange Brew?
No, they are not.
Okay,
absolutely.
They
many years ago, they were very much on the verge of doing it.
Okay.
Rick Moranis pulled out at the last second.
Yeah.
You know what? I should put my interview with Rick Moranis and Dave Thomas on my Patreon.
There you go. I mean, he's back now because he's doing Spaceballs too.
We'll see how much of that
we'll see how back he is. Yeah. I mean, it could be like a John Wick thing where like he's back. He's like, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
I would love they just mention him and they do a close up shot and then just cut away and that's the entirety
that's it. That's all of it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I just love the idea of this septuagenarian having to wear that helmet.
Yeah. So anyway, back when I was karaokeing, we had this one guy. He was obsessed with Foxy Shazam. And anytime they had it on the list that he could sing, he would sing it. And he always be like, hey guys, you guys should listen to Foxy Shazam. It's a good band. I love this band. It's my favorite band. And we're just like, dude.
Was it the guy from Foxy Shazam?
It's my band. Yeah, he's the karaoke with the lead singer of Foxy Shazam.
You're like, I don't want to hear about your band, eh?
No, it was just like a thing. It just kind of like it turned me off from Foxy Shazam because he was just always getting us to try to listen to Foxy Shazam
so much.
Yeah, it was like, dude, calm down about Foxy Shazam.
So
then when James Gunn was
still in your life?
He's on my socials still.
Have you reached out to go listen?
I have not. No, I haven't.
I'd probably do a Foxy Shazam song now.
Yeah. It does get stuck in my head after we watched the finale last night.
All I have to do right now is say to you, Julian.
Julian, here's the hardest bomb. Yeah.
You want to do it. You know you want to do it. Do you have a karaoke setup in the house?
No.
Have you thought about it? You got the space now.
No. So for me, karaoke is going out, a social performing thing. Yeah, I don't do.
You crave an audience. I get it.
100%. I don't do room karaoke, like Japanese karaoke.
You don't want a private room.
No, I don't.
You want other people who are there waiting for their turn to have to listen to you.
Correct. I want strangers.
You want a captive audience.
Yes.
Who are resentful of the fact that you are singing yours, and where on the queue are they?
Correct. Because that's what I'm feeling when they're singing and I'm not. I'm like, where am I on the queue? And why is that guy going twice when I've only been once?
I've been waiting an hour, and that's I have to listen to them caterwaul through this thing.
Yeah, 100%. I've made
Stop
so many
choosing Bohemian Rhapsody. It's so long and you're that bad. Stop it.
So bad. That's a no-no. That's Bohemian Rhapsody is a no-no song.
Do you sit there and judge people who start off in the wrong keys? Like, you're not going to be able to maintain that. You're not going to be able to. You're too high. You're too high, man.
My favorite rookie mistake is "Living on a Prayer" by Bon Jovi, because you can nail it at the beginning, but then that key.
But once you're halfway there,
you can't bail out now. Yeah,
those prayers aren't getting answered.
No, they're like, no, we're halfway there. Just no. You've
seen so many people carried out of karaoke bars.
Yeah, just
laid flat by living on a prayer.
Passed out.
Get the oxygen. Get the oxygen. We got another prayer out. You've seen it. Did you have the one person in your group that you were like, I don't want to hear them this week?
I mean, yeah, but
I'm not asking you to name names. I'm just asking if there was one person.
I'm not gonna. No. It's always one of those things. Like, yeah, we had friends in our group that weren't as strong of singers as some of others, and everyone's got an off.
But they were adventurous.
But it's for me, it's more about the fun. I never judged anyone for talent, but I did judge song choice. So like, Don't Stop Believing, big no. Don't. Just no.
Because that's yours. You chose
no. That should be nobody's. It's not a good karaoke song. But mostly because as soon as I hear that piano riff, I'm going to turn around. There's going to be a group of drunk girls or dudes, but mostly girls, just ready to scream into that mic. Just a small town girl. Like,
yeah. And you're over there waiting to bless the rains down in Africa.
Yeah.
Some days you come from a land down under. What just fell over behind you?
It was one of my mythic legions. Oh.
It's on the third shelf. Something fell on the third shelf. See him laying down flat?
This one?
Yes, that toppled behind you as you were talking.
Everything's precarious right now because, like, when they fall, they wedge into it and keep others from falling. Nope, and that just went into the garbage. Sorry, pumpkin guy. Come here.
Everyone's asking if it was a gargoyle.
It was not a gargoyle. No, it's this guy.
Now, how brittle are mythic legions?
Not very.
Have you had anything break on them?
Yeah, sure. But mostly weapons. I haven't had any figures break. No, that's not true. There's a girl in Cosmic Legions that's mostly she's mostly translucent. And as soon as I was pulling her out of the tray, her head, the peg that kept the neck onto the torso, just sheared
right off.
And I opened it like on Christmas night. I was playing with my figures that I got for Christmas, and I was like, "Oh no!" And my wife was like, she she was like, "No, I just got that for you for Christmas and it broke." But I will
And
say
you
they were
contacted
super
Four
cool.
Horsemen and was
Yeah,
like, it
100%.
came broken.
I know. I told them, like, I was trying to get out of the package. It broke. They sent me a new neck pad because I surgeried the broken peg out. I heated it up and then just
Got it
got like
out.
a needle in there and just popped it out. So, but no, in my experience, if Four Horsemen can help you out, they will. They're usually pretty good about stuff like that. So I'm not saying nothing will ever break, but if it does, they're usually pretty good.
But now with shipping costs, it'd probably be like $15 to get that peg.
Well, it depends on if you broke it or if it broke on itself. Like for me, if you could break a figure getting out of a package, that's not on you. That's on them. Like it shouldn't be able to be broken just pulling it out of a package. I'm
The
not.
thing I don't like with a passion,
Yeah.
is when Hasbro threads hard capes through that plastic slit.
Yes.
And you have to feed it up through it, and you
Yeah.
get that scrape as it's going through because you have to curl it in.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I don't quite understand when it's a cape that's attached that you can't just take it off and have the narrow part slide out.
Yeah.
So yeah, what was your go-to karaoke song?
Ooh, my go-to karaoke
Your
song
showstopper
is "Possum Kingdom" by the Toadies.
So you were the guy that everyone went,
oh,
why can't you just do "Don't Stop Believing"?
But the thing is, like, that's not a song many people do. But it's a song a lot of people know, but it's a song they just don't think about. That's why I like it. But it depends on eras. When I first started karaoke, it was the Proclaimers' 500 Miles was my go-to karaoke song.
Well, that's a rouser. That's to get everyone.
Yeah,
that's how you get everyone on your side. And it's very forgiving.
Yeah. And I would walk 500 miles. Yeah, it was fun to
Oh, were you full body karaoke?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was having fun up there. Mostly because I was also probably drunk. Bye 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 is another one. I will do Bye Bye Bye. And I know a little
now, would
bit
you
of
do
the
that
dance.
with the whole group?
No,
would you like me? I'm doing all the parts.
I am in sync.
Listen, I recorded plenty of karaoke songs doing a duet with myself.
Oh, nice.
Those are the best.
Yeah. Yeah, that was I had go-tos. I've got a friend that we do.
You ever heard my one-man islands in the stream?
No. Islands in the stream.
It exists.
Can I just Google it?
You know what? There was a time you could have Googled it, and I could have had you pull it up.
You could Google me singing "Bye Bye Bye." Actually, it's the very first video on my YouTube channel.
In fact, you know what? While you're mentioning your other go-to songs, I'm going to see where my islands in the stream is. Maybe I'll share it just with you, and then you can play it in your headphones.
There you go.
And you can react.
Okay. I am ironically a Limp Bizkit fan. Like I graduated in 2000. Like Chocolate Starfish was definitely being played in our friend group. Nookie, all those. I like nu metal a lot. I never grew out of nu metal because it was that thing that was playing and popular when I graduated. So it's become part of my thing. But I recognize that it's not popular to like, but I like it. It's fun. But sure, I like Limp Bizkit.
Oh,
they're not my favorite band.
But I found my one man, Damn It, Janet.
Nice. Now my favorite band is a band called Failure. I've seen them in concert like 5 times.
Yeah, well, I'm going to put this up on Dropbox. Now remember, these were done with full intention that they were supposed to be funny, comedic goofs.
Absolutely.
I'm not trying to impress anybody with these.
Yeah, me neither.
My thing, I love the run of trying to do a duet straight through
with yourself,
with myself,
just singing like half a song.
No. Just trading off, like going in between the
Yeah.
two. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You're saying, like, because each take you're singing basically half the
No,
song.
no, it's all one take. No,
Oh, it's one take.
doing it in the same take. Yeah, I'm
Oh.
singing with
Okay.
myself in real time.
Okay.
Oh, you're about to experience it. What's great is I think everyone is really excited to see your face as you alone is hearing this. I don't know. Would karaoke get a takedown strike? Particularly when the keys are awful and there's no way they could ever match it to anything.
If they can match the actual music, it can get it, but not.
But it's also a karaoke version, so it's not the exact version.
Well, it depends, because a lot of the karaoke versions are licensed by the.
No, this was a shitty karaoke track.
All right.
Yeah, this is not in
there's
any way.
There's like sound choice and stuff like that. They might
Sunfly.
Sunfly, that's it. Sunfly. It's got like the butterfly, and he's like,
yeah,
whatever, yeah, and it looks vaguely like blackface
or lightning bug, or it's something. All looks vaguely offensive, problematic.
It does look vaguely. It does. 100%. I have always thought that. All right, let's see.
I'm going to give him the space. Everyone watch his face.
So it's Damn It, Janet. I kind of say it's pretty good, actually. And it reminds me a little bit of the Aquabats.
Well, because the thing that I learned is if you can't sing, act it. Which is the Rex Harrison approach.
Sure.
It's like, you know what? Just have fun with the emotion behind it.
Yeah.
And you can clearly hear that it's a goof.
Oh, sure. No one's going to listen to this and think it's the opposite of William Shatner singing Common People by Pulp.
Oh, you've never heard my version of Rocket Man.
Have you heard my version of Rocket Man, which is just me doing a William Shatner impression.
Here's the thing. When I post those puppet karaokes,
Rocket Man,
those puppet karaokes are my karaokes.
That's you.
That's me. I will pitch them up for the puppet karaoke, but they are me doing them. Also playing kazoo in some of them. Let's see. Where's the islands in the stream?
It's weird because I know people can't hear this. I'm like, to me, I'm listening to music, and like no one else can hear this but me.
You could try playing it. The worst that could happen is you'd have to just carve out or mute this section of the video.
Nah, I'm not gonna.
You don't want a copyright strike on it?
I can't chance it, man.
What are they gonna do? What do you mean by a strike?
What
Just be a
take away? They take away my YouTube channel.
You don't even post videos anymore.
I know, but what if I wanted to? It's digital hoarding.
You're not gonna want to anymore.
I might need it someday. I might use it.
For what?
For what?
See, is this the islands?
How do you get a copyright strike on a Reese's Cup review? I'm genuinely curious. Did you put like part of the commercial in there, or like what? Like what is there to copyright?
Maybe the jingle.
Maybe
if there's a jingle that plays in it, or I mean, some of those Reese's would have used licensed music in it. Maybe that was the.
That could be it. That could be it.
What's the song from? Oh, I did long before Community did it. Mm-hmm. I did I used to post these on the site called Fred's Site in a hidden section of it back in the early days of social media when you'd share things for fun. I did a one-person duet of Somewhere Out There.
Somewhere Out There? Yeah, I figured you were going to say that. That is a go-to song with my friend Shelly. We sang that at my wedding when I married a different girl. But that was our go-to karaoke song because we both have decent voices. Somewhere
Let me see if I can.
Out there beneath the pale
Also,
moonlight.
it's great when you're trying to figure out in the moment what the length of the note should be.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how we do it on your own. We used to have a competition when we were holding the note to see who could last the longest, like who ran out of air
Or
first.
were you
That
just
was like a
following that not synced in
yeah,
all sort of
yeah,
highlight of a word?
highlighted. Yeah, I like singing instrumental break when it's on screen because it's there. It's on screen. I'm gonna read it.
Now, this
Yeah,
is ridiculous. This
karaoke was
is
a big part of my life for a long time. Uh, there were a bunch of things I couldn't do at work. They're like, Mike, we want you on this team, but we have meetings at Apple. They're like, but we have meetings at Tuesday nights, and I'm like, I can't do it. I got Tuesday nights off because that's my karaoke night. That was my thing.
okay. I regret sending this to you already.
Mm-hmm,
Just
mm-hmm,
know that
mm-hmm,
it was a very
mm-hmm,
long night,
mm-hmm.
and this was fully. I'll
I'm
say it.
gonna judge.
Fucking around.
I'm gonna judge you against Luther Vandross. Is what I'm gonna do.
You know what? You can judge me against Peebo Bryson too.
All right, that's fair.
Let's bring
All
everyone
right,
who was singing
all right.
movie songs in that
Linda
period.
Ronstadt.
Yeah.
Now I actually preferred her song from Five Goes West.
I mean, it was nice that they brought her back for
Dreams
Five.
to dream in the dark of the night.
That is so 1991.
It is.
91 was Five Goes West.
I think so. Yeah. I remember I was like, oh man, the smoke in this movie looks so good. It's just rotoscope smoke on the screen. But I remember as a kid thinking like, wow, the smoke.
You were so impressed, so easily impressed.
I was a kid, 1991. I
I
think
just
we
found
watched it on VHS for I believe my 9th or 10th birthday. I got Technic, and I got like Touchdown Tossin' Leo or something. That was a good birthday.
That sounds awkward out of context.
My cake was one of those pancakes, like the sheet cake, but like it was like the mold cake, but it was Michelangelo. And my mom did the icing by doing like the dots on it, where they just like squirt like one little star out.
Speaking of interviews, I don't know if you how far back in the Patreon. I know I'm pretty sure I posted this on the Patreon. The interview that I did with Dom DeLuise.
I didn't. Look at you. Rest in peace, Dom.
And he also sent me some of his sketches.
Wow. Because he was Tiger. It's hard to make out what it is. Oh, there we go. Okay. So that's Dom, huh?
That's Dom sketches.
I liked him in Robin Hood Men in Tights.
I thought you would love him as Pizza the Hut.
He's also good as Pizza the Hut. I heard is his son gonna play?
Is that Peter?
That's what I've heard. Is Peter DeLuise is gonna be?
That'd be nice.
Reprising him in the movie, and then John Candy's son is gonna maybe be Barf's son or something like that.
No. Unfortunately, it's Josh Gad.
Is it? Oh, is it Josh Gad?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, I can see it. I guess he's got that big energy.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, he's got energy.
He does have energy.
What is this? Oh, the kids' corner.
I like that you said. Unfortunately, it's going to be Josh Gad.
I mean, am I wrong?
Telling. He's not my favorite, but
no, he has a certain energy.
Yeah.
That sometimes can feel a bit smarmy and desperate. It is
sure,
and more power to those who enjoy it. I can find it. Sometimes it's exhausting to me.
You know what, Ionicus? I kind of like that you called them American fail movies if you hate them so much. I think that's pretty funny, actually. So you don't have to actually correct yourself. I think American fail gets the point across that you don't like the movies.
Come to find out, he really loves Rockadoodle.
Loves Rockadoodle.
Yeah, and a troll in Central Park.
Never actually saw that one. I did see Rockadoodle in theaters. I remember seeing that, but I never saw Troll in Central Park.
And it's also where you learn that all dogs go to heaven.
Yeah, it's all Don Bluth. I mean, that guy didn't like Disney. Or he did
Anastasia.
until he didn't. Yeah. Of course, now all that stuff is back under the Disney blanket, I think, now because they bought
the Fox stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Anastasia is a Disney princess.
And you can watch Anastasia on Disney Plus, which people thought was a Disney movie for a while.
At the time. Well, yes.
At the time, yeah.
It doesn't exactly end historically.
No.
They kind of change things a little bit.
Let me tell you about the real Rasputin.
It was
how many times did he cut off his penis
as their Pocahontas film?
Right. Yeah.
No, I think Bluth's high watermark probably still is Secret of Nim.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably true. That was one of those movies that, you know, like 80s movies could get disturbing. That like now I think the parents that grew up watching those movies would be like, oh my God, we can't show our kids this. But like those are the movies you were watching when you were that age. Like we watched some messed up movies.
Yeah, I to this day still can't watch an owl eat a moth.
I can't watch anyone roller skating on all four hands and feet because the wheelers from Return to Oz just freak me out.
I mean, Something Wicked This Way Comes.
Yeah.
Disney, all Disney movies.
All Disney movies. You know what I thought was going to be a fun movie?
Con Man.
No. but no.
The Devil and Max Devlin has not aged well.
Watership Down, but yes, also that. Like it's like a movie about buddies. You're like, oh, it's gonna be a fun movie about buddies.
Yeah, that's one of those ones that they really needed a sticker on the VHS tape.
Not a kids movie.
No. Well, you follow it up with Animal Farm. It's all good.
Yeah, it's true. Very specific taste.
We're gonna do a double header. You got to watch Charlotte's Web and Watership Down. We're just gonna set it and forget it. You just sit here. We're going out for the night.
Nothing could go wrong.
Enjoy. We left you some microwave French fries in those little crisper boxes.
I think All Dogs Go to Heaven was the first time I cried watching a movie, like in a theater. Because I saw Land Before Time as a kid. That was at home though. No one could see me cry. But like I remember being in a theater going like, I'm not supposed to cry. I'm a boy. And like thinking like
the first time you cried at a movie was watching on cable. It was Legal Eagles.
No, it was Land Before Time. Thank you. It was definitely Land Before Time. Then it was that.
You sure
movie.
It wasn't Never Ending Story?
No, I didn't really care. No, because Artex didn't die like Never Ending Story 2, and I didn't see that for a while.
What do you mean? Artex died in Never Ending Story.
Was it Never Ending Story?
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've seen that, man.
No one talks about Never Ending Story 2.
That's what I was gonna say. I don't think.
And the Nothing, and the rock biter.
Yeah.
With these look like strong hands, right? Don't these look like strong hands to you? Yeah. That'll traumatize you. Bastion's shouting out his dead mother's name.
Bastion! Yeah, oh my God.
Save us, Bastion.
Save us, Bastion.
You have the power. Say my name.
I just don't think they know what a dragon looks like, because that's a dog. That's a dog. It's not a dragon. It's a long dog.
How many dragons have you seen in an alleyway?
It's just a dog.
Just that one that chased you into that dumpster?
I've seen a bunch of dogs in an alleyway before. Okay.
You were roughing up that loser Bastion.
Yeah.
You and your Canadian accent.
Oh my God. I would be the bully in this situation.
You better run, eh?
Oh no.
I'm gonna chase you down.
Oh man.
Or we play Rush.
What fun.
Well, we went to a lot of places.
We did go to a lot of places.
So what do you have coming up? What's going on? How's this? You reached your anniversary with Black Series Cantina. That's still going strong.
Yeah.
Zach is continuing to spiral into his weird Anakin shrine period.
Man, that guy, he loves Anakin Skywalker. I'm a little worried. You know, it's one of those things that like
he's army building Anakin.
He is army building Anakin Skywalker, which is a Clone Wars violation.
As soon as I saw they were releasing that, are re-releasing the Duel's End, I was like, how many is that going to buy? Not that that's going to be easily accessible.
I never actually asked him if he wanted me to pick up the new Ghost 3-pack with the small
swappable
Anakin.
heads.
Yeah, swappable heads. I know he won't do.
Not that he'd never swap. Right.
He would never swap away from Anakin, but figured like maybe he wants the smaller sized Anakin to go with his larger sized Anakin.
You should ask him before it goes.
You should ask him before it goes. Yeah.
I mean, you know, that's the one thing. Does he own? He owns other 3 3/4 Anakins,
sure.
right?
Yeah, he doesn't have. We joke about having things.
He's not Anakinostic.
No, he's not.
Or he is Anakinostic. He's accepting of all scales, but only
Correct.
with Anakin.
Only Anakin.
He just needs to do, maybe for a special Black Series Cantina, just have him go through his entire Anakin collection. Like I would love to know,
like what's in there.
What's the breadth of it?
Yeah, I mean, I can do the same thing with my Optimus here. I got 2 shells.
You should also do that.
And most of them are basically the same Optimus from different companies that are slightly different, and they transform slightly differently, but they're all basically the same figure.
Whereas his Anakins are all over the place. They're all different.
They're all over the place.
But he's definitely gonna get a bunch of those Duel's End ones, right? Like just for
I don't know
customizing.
I would be very surprised if he didn't pre-order at least
like he's already got like naked Anakin in tank. He needs naked Anakin out of tank.
Yeah. He needs naked Anakin in just a towel.
He needs naked Anakin on the beach.
Oh, I just dropped my towel.
Yeah. Yeah, the sunscreen.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah, where the dog's pulling on his shorts.
Yeah. Lothcat. A Lothcat is
a little Lothcat, yeah.
Koi Anakin.
Yeah. But I don't have a lot going on. I do need to do. I have videos. I have a list of videos, but my problem right now is I'm working on a big webinar video for my real person job. So when I spend all day editing a video for work, it's not fun to then work on videos for myself afterwards. I want to go do something else since that's like my job. So I'm playing video games. I'm going to get the new Ghost of Yote game probably tonight or tomorrow and play that for a while.
Still can't get you in the Fortnite, huh?
I will never play Fortnite. I don't like multiplayer games. They're just not fun. I want a good single player story where I can just.
You just don't want to talk. You don't want to talk to friends while you're playing games.
Nope, I don't. I grew up not having.
Does it help if I say we do sing to each other a lot during it?
No, it doesn't.
You can bring karaoke into it.
I don't want to worry about how good I am or am not against other people when I'm just. If I want to go.
Now, what if I were to tell you I'm able to do a Ghostbusters dance as Optimus Prime in it? Does that say you wanted it all?
Not really.
I can have Optimus Prime hold a little hologram of Obi-Wan Kenobi saying, "May the Force be with you." I can do that. I can do that in that game.
I'm sure you can, but I don't care. I really don't. I don't even want to care, honestly. Like
I can have
Fortnite,
Optimus dance to a K-pop Demon Hunter song.
There's nothing they could do in Fortnite to get me to play it, and it's just I just have no interest in playing a game populated by a bunch of children. I just don't want. I just no interest.
Trust me on this. It's not a bunch of children. It's a bunch of middle-aged people who are just processing the world and their own pop culture miasma.
That might be even worse, honestly. That might be even more depressing in a different way.
It's a form of telehealth.
That's crazy. That's a fun story. I had that RoboSen Optimus Prime that transforms itself. I sold mine to the guy that made Gears of War.
So why did you decide to part with that Optimus?
I didn't like it. It's boring. Like, it's a party trick.
Right.
And the problem is you can't display it because once the power is off, all the servos stop. So even if he's in his truck mode, he just kind of sags because
So it
nothing
looks
is
like a
holding its
puppet
shape.
whose strings were cut.
100%. Yeah, he like ragdolls down. Or
They never fix
yeah.
that.
Well, they can't because they like the servos don't have any power to hold. They're just loose.
I mean, they should be able to like have
Yes,
them.
Cliffy. I'm friends with Cliffy B's brother, Tyler,
Like good
who
friends.
does karaoke. And I joke about going to North Carolina. Cliffy B does a lot of karaoke in North Carolina.
Where in North Carolina?
That's where he lives. I don't know where he lives. I just know he lives in North Carolina. I'm not like weird about it. I just follow him. He follows me. Well, he followed me on Twitter.
I mean, you're making it weird now.
I'm
in your explanation.
Yeah, I am.
I mean, he doesn't follow me. I mean, I follow him, but he just
he follows me. I follow him, but I don't anymore because that was on X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it, and I deleted my account, so I don't know. No one follows me on that, but we were briefly mutuals because I'm friends with his brother, Tyler, who I met when I did the.
You could stop at any point. You don't.
I'm
have
not
to.
going to. I met. No, it's a fun story because I was invited to go to when they announced Unicron in 2019 at San Diego Comic-Con.
Right.
I was invited to go. They were having like a reveal party.
Right.
At Brick by Brick, and like Vince DiCola was there, who's playing a concert. He was playing music from like the Transformers movie and stuff, and like Greg Berger was there, and Paul Eidling, and Ron Friedman.
But no Stan Bush.
Just Stan Bush was not there. I was a little disappointed, but pretty much a lot of other people there. So I'm like having shots with Greg Berger. I brought my equipment because I was there to do interviews with people. So I did interviews with people from Hasbro and stuff. While drunk, like Flint Dilley. I was hammered. I should not have been doing this drunk, but they used my lights to light like the Unicron because they didn't bring any, and it's a dark like bar. So I don't know why they didn't bring any lights, but like, can we use your lights? I'm like, yeah, I can use my lights to light this. And then while they were transforming it, they dropped it, and broke it. So they had to like put it, like glue it back together or something.
Who did it? You can name names.
It wasn't me. It was the guy that designed it, the Japanese guy, Hutsui-san, or I don't actually know if that's the one. I know there's a couple different Japanese guys on the team, but it was a crazy night. I'm pretty sure it is Raleigh, because I know it's the capital of North Carolina. You know, I used to live in Winston-Salem.
I didn't know that. How long was that?
When I was a small child. So basically from like my first birthday until like, I think we moved in 89 to Memphis.
Oh, so that was a fair amount of time. Do you have memories of the winter?
Oh, sure. Absolutely. Yeah, we lived on...
You're not that far. You could... That's what, about 6-hour trip for you? If you wanted to go...
To drive there from here?
Visit your old stomping grounds?
No, I do not want to. I do not want to at all.
You can go through the Smoky Mountains?
I could, yeah. I remember going to Pilot Mountain.
Go to Dollywood?
We could go to Dollywood.
Gonna make your pilgrimage?
Yeah. I remember, I remember seeing all the tobacco fields.
Hey, you can go to Raleigh, go hang out with Jay.
It's true.
Record another Transformers episode that you weren't supposed to.
That was fun. Dan, I was like, does Dan not know that I'm doing this? He's like, no. I was like, okay.
I love it's not an issue. Yeah. That it clearly was an issue.
I didn't want to step on his toes. He invited me. I just assumed Dan knew. Like,
well, now you know you can't trust
It's
Jay.
not like I asked to do it. But yeah, I enjoyed living, from what I remember, I enjoyed living in North Carolina. And then we moved to Memphis. And my mom, this is a fun story. My mom taught Jerry Lee Lewis's son in kindergarten. And we were invited to his birthday party. And like, so we hung out with, like, Jerry Lee Lewis, like rented a limousine to like come pick us up and took us to a roller skating rink. And he was wearing like a bathrobe.
Sounds about right. Well,
I'm pretty sure he was married to his cousin. So
well, he did sing "Great Balls of Fire."
yeah, it's true.
It's very hot. He ran hot.
He did. He ran hot. Yeah, it was weird.
Also
It was a weird time.
problematic.
Yeah, very problematic. Like I said, I'm pretty sure he was married to his cousin. And I'm pretty sure when they got married, his cousin was not a legal age.
No. Well, it's
As
certainly not
was
his
the
first
style
marriage.
at the time.
Yeah, the style.
For rock stars to do that.
Yeah, him, Elvis.
If you were rich enough and popular enough, you could do that.
And far enough south.
And far enough south.
Good. And he kept in touch, right? Does he still follow you on social media?
I don't think is he alive? Is Jerry Lee Lewis?
Oh, Jerry Lee Lewis is dead. I'm talking about his son. Have you?
Oh, his son? No, absolutely not. Yeah, he died in 2022. That wasn't even that long ago, huh?
Do you remember his son's name?
Nope.
What does his Wikipedia say? Does the name look familiar? Any of the names on there?
Let me see. It would have been whoever was in kindergarten when he in like 1991 or 2.
I bet he had a few kids.
Oh, he probably did.
Oh, he certainly had a few spouses.
Yes, he did.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spouses, 6 children.
All right, let's see. Jerry Lee Lewis's kids, spouses, children. A
lot of options.
It just says 6. Is there a list?
Family and children. His third marriage was to his 13-year-old cousin.
That was it.
Yeah, I don't think that was the marriage that got the your birthday pal. Ooh, okay. So
it was Jerry Lee Lewis III. It was Jerry Lee Lewis III. That's who it was.
Okay. And where is he now?
I have no idea.
Come on, you need to reconnect.
This Jerry.
He probably does karaoke.
Probably just does Great Balls of Fire.
6th marriage to Carrie McCarver lasted 21 years, so April 1984 to June 2005. They had 1 child, Jerry Lee Lewis III, born 1987.
Hold on, he's a nerd. Jerry Lee Lewis. I'm following him on Instagram now.
You went ahead and followed him?
Well, I didn't follow him. 3D printing nerd in training, plays Magic the Gathering, Twitch affiliate, currently on hiatus. He goes.
You may already subscribe to your channel,
Lewis. Oh my god, I've got more followers than this guy.
But he has more money.
Oh, I doubt it. I don't think Jerry Lee Lewis actually had a lot of money when he died.
Oh, I'm sure there was a lot squirreled away in mayonnaise jars and.
Oh my god, I kind of want to send this guy a message and be like, "Hey, do you remember your kindergartner teacher? That was my mom."
Just clip out the segment and send it to him.
Maybe I will. I have pictures on my phone of Landspeeder Luke. If you want to see him, I'm not going to show them to
It's the 3D printing nerd in training that I'm just kind of curious about.
Yeah, like what is that about?
Like
the problem is, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to agree with this guy.
No, I'm looking at some of the things, and I don't think you'd particularly vibe. But maybe we're wrong. Maybe we're judging too. We don't know.
Maybe.
But also, maybe we're right. Who knows? But you won't know until you reach out and reconnect.
From like the one time we hung out when he was
maybe he's never stopped thinking about you. You don't know that.
Skating rink. I couldn't.
You don't know how formative that was for him. Maybe that was the one joyful time that he had with his father. You don't know.
That's true. The funny thing, I couldn't even remember his name until right now, and his name is his dad's name.
Posting pictures of a Loch Ness ladle. Yeah. It's fine. It's all good. This yeah.
I mean, he's got a Transformers Magic the Gathering card.
He printed Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors for his son. Where was that included with an Optimus? Where that Magic
No,
the Gathering?
they had a set of just Transformers Magic the Gathering packs.
It does have very old person energy with this type of posts.
Kind of, yes. What are we doing?
Like it does feel like someone would have, send you a message with a lot of forwards on it.
Oh,
this is your life. You brought this in.
What am I doing with my life? I don't even know, man. I'm just
gonna still been this man's friend.
I could have been this guy's friend, but I'm not.
Yeah, I have a feeling you'd probably be going hunting together if that were the case.
Maybe fishing. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we're just talking about Optimus Primes.
Maybe playing Transformers Magic the Gathering, talking about 3D printing.
Yeah, and he'd be talking about how expensive that Nemesis Prime is, and how ridiculous that is. We don't know yet. Next week on a very special.
I know, reconnecting with a childhood friend of a guy that I met one time when my mom taught him at kindergarten.
Oh, good. Well, at least you're practicing your intro.
That's it. There's a lot of caveats to that.
It is fine. So you got no live stream tomorrow with Kate.
No,
and Dan.
I don't think so. Yeah, unless
you do
take your idea.
blow mold. I think you do blow mold. Blow mold Saturday special.
Just get Kate on there. I mean, honestly, here's the thing. I have the password for the Secret Galaxy StreamYard.
And it's blow mold season. I mean, blow mold season has kicked off with Halloween, right? True. I mean, it's Halloween to the end of the year is blow mold season.
Well, I feel like even a little bit past then, because there are like a lot of Valentine's Day blow molds too.
It's not the same though.
It tapers off.
The height of blow mold season has begun. We're in
you get Halloween, a little bit of a dip on Thanksgiving, but it's still there.
But you're leaving like the blow mold pumpkins and such, and maybe there's got to be a blow mold turkey, right?
Sure, there's blow mold turkeys, blow mold pumpkins, blow mold gourds, absolutely. Yeah. And then it dips back after Christmas, but then it goes up a little bit for Valentine's Day, and then Easter, and then for the rest of the year, like nobody cares, because I don't think there are any like 4th of July blow molds. Like,
have they made an Optimus Prime blow mold?
I'm sure they have.
Okay, you need to look this up.
Optimus Prime blow mold. Now I'm on a search registry somewhere. Like, this guy's looking for blow what's.
He wants to blow Optimus Prime.
It does not look like it. I don't see anything in any picture or eBay of a blow mold that's Optimus Prime.
I mean, that's kind of ridiculous, right? Are there any? There's not a lot of pop culture blow molds, right?
Not really. It's all just generic stuff like pumpkins and witches and ghosts and turkeys.
A lot of no IP, no license.
Yeah, like this. Is there a license for Santa? Does like Macy's own Santa?
Oh, but there are some Star Wars. There's a blow mold stormtrooper.
Oh, hold on, Star Wars
with a Santa hat on that has LED light inside.
Oh my good. Oh, it's at Lowe's.
It's actually a current thing. You got to send this.
$55.
You got to send this to Dan and Kate.
Well, I feel like what I need to do is buy it and then just pull it out.
This seems like the perfect gift to send
100%.
over.
Yeah.
Just have it show up.
For sure.
And just say, don't open it until we stream.
You know, there are some. There's like a Grinch blow mold here. There's
a Grogu.
There's a Grogu. There's a Stitch. There's an Eeyore. There's a abominable.
You can share these pictures with people. They don't have to admit. Okay, you're just gonna leave it for them to look it up.
I want them to go.
The Grogu looks like he has a stomach ache. Like he looks like he's in pain holding his stomach in the Santa outfit.
Yeah.
What's weird is they did the fur down the middle, which looks odd on him, whereas the Black Series figure didn't do that.
Yeah, it's very interesting. The Star Wars Darth
no Vader blow
orange.
mold. That seemed like that would
hold
be.
on, there's a Vader pumpkin blow mold. Hold on. Now I am gonna share my screen. This is all.
Also, for anyone who missed it, for some reason, was this 2022's release? These are hitting Ollie's now.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's 2022. The Hanukkah Trooper.
Yeah,
I love that thing. Yeah,
with the Enzelin.
Yeah, like that is a pumpkin blow mold of Darth Vader.
You know what? It doesn't look enough like a pumpkin.
It's too round
to sell as a pumpkin.
Yeah. It's the only pumpkin thing
it
about
looks.
It
It looks like a grenade Vader, like a thermal detonator Vader.
Yeah. Well, I mean the like this looks like a pumpkin ish, like from the back.
It still looks like a thermal detonator to me.
He's holding a thermal detonator.
Detonator. You didn't get the electronic R2D2?
No.
No, you're not gonna have that around the house.
Nope. No, and I didn't get the life-size Chewbacca. Nope.
Thought about it though, didn't you?
Of course I thought about it. I am alive.
Now, do the lights count as blow molds? Like when it's the Christmas tree light covers, but they're clearly blow mold figurines, but they're just small to cover lights for a Christmas tree. We need a Kate ruling on this. This needs to be part of your conversation.
I'll bring it up, but I think if it's because it depends on how it was made. If it's made via the process of blow molding, I don't think
which it is. Which it's the ones that are.
Yeah, I don't think the size matters.
Because there were also let me see. My grandmother had these on her tree, and I have one of them still. They were vintage Fred and Barney ornaments.
Huh. My grandma had a bunch of vintage like Snoopy ornaments.
That was clearly that blow mold plastic.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Do a search for Fred Flintstone vintage ornament.
Fred Flintstone vintage ornament.
And if you it's got Fred. Oh, there was Fred, Barney, Wilma, and Betty. If you look, there's an Etsy image. If you look on images, there's an Etsy that shows the four of them in a line. Fred's got a beard that looks kind of mangy.
Ho, 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 I'm hungry. Santa, my pebbles, your pebbles. 'Tis the season to be sharing, Fred. It's those
Bonnie,
man.
My pebbles. It's me, Fred.
Those commercials just.
And if you ever want to see your daughter again, Bonnie. Did you find it?
I should. Here, hold on.
Look
at those.
What did you type?
Someone's just like, I want a Fred collection.
That's not. There it is. Second row, second image. That's it.
Why is he's got like a real beard? I don't like that. I like a furry beard. I don't like that at all.
I mean, as you can see, it can be groomed down.
Yeah, but it's not.
But that's that really thin blow mold plastic.
Yeah. Like I could crush that in my hand for sure.
Yes, without a doubt. But it would sort of pop back a little bit, like you could.
A little bit, yeah. There's the back. Look at look at Betty's butt. That's a bubble butt. What's Fred doing with his hand back there?
Hiding.
It's like he's supposed to be crossing his fingers.
I mean, they're pretty good sculpts for what the process is. And,
yeah.
But yeah, all that beard was always so mangy.
Yeah, that's a mangy beard.
And also that weird, not quite complete coat on the paint, so it all just looks kind of streaky.
That's indicative of blow molds. Like that's, you have to have,
because the
like,
paint just doesn't stick to
yeah,
it.
it doesn't stick to it. Yeah, and it scratches off so easily. Man, I remember the movie. Oh man, the movie. Whew.
Yeah, why aren't those on your shelf?
Because I didn't.
Oh, look at that
like
John
the
Goodman
movie.
face on that thing.
Right?
Oh, the proportions make it weird.
It does.
Like
it
that's not his actual proportion. Oh,
look at that. Look at that.
Oh, is that like the 12-inch sort of like half doll, half figure?
Yeah.
Oh no.
And Rick Moranis.
Oh, you gotta zoom in on that Rick Moranis. I gotta see what that.
Oh, come on.
What?
That's his...
Oh no. What is that? Fred. Oh, those are not right. Man. Those are not right. But also, that's your Christmas sorted.
No, I'm good.
Keep an eye out for that housewarming gift. You know what? You can replace the gargoyles on the shelf with them.
With these like Uncanny Valley Flintstone and Barney Rubble. No, thank you.
Just as their heads become distorted from the heat.
Yeah, from the heat, just slowly melting.
Or maybe they'd expand. Maybe.
Yeah, artisan hot toys, Fred.
I got a bit of a headache, Fred. Shut up, buddy.
Bon.
Not feeling too good.
I will never, for whatever reason, as a kid, I watched so many episodes of that show, but the one that sticks with me is the one where Barney discovers he can sing really well, but only in the bathtub.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite episode of that show.
Was that the thing that inspired you to karaoke?
100%. And that's why I do it naked all the time.
Isn't that also when he did the soft soap jingle? Was that that was Titan, right? Yeah.
Yeah. When I just remember he's like,
because they wanted to hire him to sing the soft show jingle.
Yeah.
Didn't they wind up recording him in the shower?
Yeah, because they didn't know he couldn't sing outside of the shower or the bathtub or whatever.
So they had to haul that elephant into the recording studio.
Yeah.
It's a living.
It's a living.
And eventually we'd get a sitcom with that title inspired by the Flintstones, which I'm sure was how it happened.
Well, of course, they coined that phrase. It's weird that was a prime time show.
Yeah, I mean, it was the Simpsons of its day.
Yeah, it was.
And it's weird that they how quickly the Jetsons failed.
Yeah,
to capitalize on that. And they never went back to it until the Simpsons made it a success. But then we forget all the things that the Simpsons tried to spawn or tried to write off that, like Fish Police and Capital Critters.
I wasn't allowed to watch The Simpsons when it came out. Like, was it 89 or whatever?
Who could? Jerry Lee Lewis III.
Yeah, right.
Because there were no rules in his house.
No. Well, I think there's something happened. I remember this. Something happened with him where like his dad shut his hand in a door or something and like almost cut off one of his fingers.
There'll be no son of mine playing a piano.
But Dad,
there's only one piano player in this house.
It's me.
You ain't taking any focus from me.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Great balls of fire. Which is just about gonorrhea.
You'll find out one day. Don't drink from my cup. Oh, they did a Bam Bam on those blow mold ornaments?
Yeah, then they jumped the shark when they did do a Great Gazoo because that was.
Oh, they did Hoppy. They did there's a Dino.
Okay.
If you scroll down, there's a picture that has more of them. Can I send you? Oh, I can send you a text in private chat, right? Yeah, the link.
Sure.
That's a thing I can do. Well, this is one just it wants to send you the name Jerry Lee Lewis III.
There you go.
Why can't this just be easy?
You shake my nails and you ground my
brain. Copy image link. There, that should work, right? Right. Yeah, does that work for you?
There you go. Yeah, I got it. So we'll just
they did a whole family. There's Bam Bam, Pebbles, Betty, Fred, Dino, Barney, Betty, and Hoppy.
Did the saber-toothed tiger have a name?
He does, doesn't he? Yeah, because but it's like a cat name, like a Spot or something like that.
I don't remember. I just remember he was in the Was it Dino he put out, or was it the saber-toothed tiger he put out?
He put out the saber-toothed tiger.
Saber-toothed tiger, right? Yeah. And then he gets locked out and goes, Wilma!
Baby Puss is the name of the saber.
Baby Puss?
It just didn't take off.
Oh, I gotta forget to add it here. So this is the full lineup right here. And these are ornaments too. So you hang them on your Christmas tree.
You do.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't like that Bam Bam and Pebbles seem to be already in a relationship.
They are 100%. Those guys have carnal knowledge of each other.
That's very weird. And it looks like Hoppy wants nothing to do with it.
100%. He's like, I know what's happening. I've seen it. This is the Folgers commercial all over again right here. So what was Bam Bam's deal? Was he was like Superman?
He was adopted.
Kind of? He was adopted, but
right.
like he was super strong and stuff. So it was basically they're like, what if we just had them adopt Superman?
But I think it was just the super strength.
It was just super strength,
which I think it was not super strength, even more than just adult strength in a child. Like he was strong, but he was because they did that later series when they were both teenagers, and he didn't have
they had like a band.
Yeah, he was just a teenager.
Yeah, he had like a turtle shell for a hat, I think.
He did.
Oh man, I actually remember watching that and thinking that Pebbles was really hot.
Of course she did.
She might have been my sexual awakening. I don't know. At least it wasn't Gadget like it was for some guys my age, okay?
There's no judgment. There's no judgment.
There's a little bit of judgment.
Not the kind of judgment that Betty's doing over there.
Her name's Karen right now, okay?
Look, I'd say we don't talk about it, Betty. That's right. We don't talk about it, Bonnie. We don't talk at all.
We don't talk about how our kids are fucking.
It's a good look at it's difficult. I mean, it kind of looks like Howie Mandel inflated a glove on top of his head, but to try and do those hairs that are on Dino's head, that was a decent attempt.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, there was a wedding movie in the 80s, 100%. I remember watching that.
What's weird is the Brady Bunch attended it.
It's weird how like in the 80s there was like a resurgence of like the Flintstones and the Jetsons. Like they had a Jetsons movie,
but that was because the cyclical nature of pop culture.
Mm-hmm.
Those were both 1960s properties. That's also when the Monkees had a resurgence and all of that 60s stuff.
True. Yeah.
Because it was the late 70s when all the 50s stuff was having its resurgence.
So
when you had Grease, when you had, it's always a 20 years, because you basically have everyone who was kids being and teenagers being informed by that pop culture.
Yeah.
Were adults in 20 years later that could then consume that culture with, I mean, we've obviously broken that cycle now, and
right.
And nobody has the money to.
No. Then you had like Flintstone kids and Tom and Jerry kids, and then a pup named Scooby-Doo. They were really obsessed with turning all those characters into kids.
And the 1990s had that 70s show.
Yeah, that's true.
And resurgence of that culture during the 70s.
That is true. I remember like when bell bottoms became like a thing again. And I remember like I had sideburns because like that was back in like the late 90s.
Yeah,
Back when I started. Yeah.
So now we're getting. I mean, we're seeing it. We're seeing the.
Well, so Muppet Babies was different. Muppet Babies was before all that. I feel like Muppet Babies was like the precursor for turning everyone into babies. Muppet Babies was special.
Yeah, no, Muppet Babies established. Everyone was riffing off the Muppet Babies approach of like, let's have a baby version of them.
Let's have a baby. They have X-Men babies.
You know, no one thought that before.
Muppet Babies will make our dreams come true.
What other shows did that besides Pup Named Scooby Doo?
When your room looks kind of weird.
Keep going. And you wish that you weren't
there. They had to say
just close your eyes and believe. And
so I had no idea
anywhere.
So I grew up with Muppet Babies more than the actual Muppets. So I didn't know like Skeeter wasn't a thing. Like to me, Skeeter was a thing.
Yeah. And now you won't stand for the Skeeter erasure.
No. Skeeter needs to. So what happened to Scooter's sister? Okay. What happened to her?
Maybe she became successful. He's the loser.
Maybe.
Who their uncle had to get him a job, force him into the Muppet Theater that he owned.
Sure, you'll be the
and that's
stage
the only
manager,
job. Meanwhile, Skeeter's off being successful somewhere, living her best life.
She's got like a full line of like fashion design or something.
Scooter's telling Kermit, you know, my uncle owns this theater.
Yeah. She might be like the owner of like a sports team or something like that.
She's living her best life.
For sure. She
Scooter
just doesn't want to be
is
associated
the
with
perpetual PA.
100%.
Yeah, he's never making out of assistant jobs.
No.
And you know what? And he's fine with that.
Yeah, I mean, he found his niche. He's okay with it.
Yeah, he was Smithers before Smithers.
Well, that would mean that Scooter is in love with Kermit.
You don't know he's not.
That's true.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No. Well, you know, Kermit can't decide who he's in love with. Sometimes he's into Piggy. Sometimes he's not into Piggy. Sometimes they're married. Sometimes they're not married. It's really weird.
Sometimes he just needs a break.
It's true.
I
never saw that Robot Chicken episode. Scooter's really Skeeter, and the original Skeeter is dead.
Oh, I forgot. They were riffing on something with that. I think they were riffing on a horror movie or something with that. Yeah, you know what I miss? I miss the models they build for Viewmaster reels.
What do you mean?
So Viewmaster reels, they used to take two different approaches.
Yeah.
The audience, no. So sometimes you just have animated frames, like it's just the animation. But sometimes they'd build dioramas, 3D dioramas of sculpted figurines. Look up Flintstones Viewmaster.
I'm looking at this.
They were beautiful, and they were shot so beautifully.
Yeah. I'm looking.
I mean, they do it for more than just Flintstones.
It's a 3D thing. Yeah. I don't think I ever saw a 3D.
Oh, they're so great.
Viewmaster. I think I only ever saw 2D Viewmaster reels.
I mean, you got one with like smoke effects in it.
Did love a really good Viewmaster, just the thing.
And they're all shot on
so satisfying.
Vintage 35 millimeter. So the color saturation on it is so unique and weird and vibrant.
It's so weird how, like, because this is the only way you could really consume media for a lot of people. Because like back in the 70s, early 80s, like if it wasn't on TV or in a movie theater, like you had books, you had the picture books.
That's why action figures exist.
100%. That is why action figures exist.
I mean, you would have to create your own play and stories, because I mean that's why the toy market has died for kids. Is that if kids want to experience Star Wars again, they'll just turn on streaming and watch Star Wars again.
Yeah, you have to play with it. You can just watch it anytime you want.
You know, you don't need to recreate the movie from your memory with figures or kids
or make new adventures or whatever.
So lazy. They're not forced to. And I only say that half jokingly because it is a serious thing.
It is a serious thing. I sometimes get the Tom and Jerry Kids theme song stuck in my head out of nowhere. I just go, Tom and Jerry Kids, come on, be what all the action is. Like they just get stuck in my head, and like there's like a cool
and they were like, I would
sax
just
riff.
like 3 crunchy tacos,
Yeah,
please.
I like Tom and Jerry Kids. You want hot sauce with that?
Get mild, please.
Okay, hot sauce it is. All the action, yeah.
Do I pull up now? Is that? Do we have? Okay.
That'll be $3.92 right now.
Local news reporters come out to talk to the singing Taco Bell guy.
Just everything is Tom and Jerry Kids. I don't think we count Tiny Toons because they weren't necessarily
kid versions.
Yeah, they were new characters. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely would not count them as part of that.
Because yeah, it was like that's basically like Looney Tunes: The Next Generation is what that is.
Yeah, I mean the Looney Tunes were still around.
Yeah,
they were just all professors at Acme University.
Yeah, but what's weird is like Plucky Duck wasn't like Daffy Duck's
nephew or in no way related to him.
Yeah,
neither was
with
Buster and
Babs
Babs.
and Buster. Yeah, and they weren't even related to each other.
No,
so it was okay that they kissed all the time.
Yeah, no relation.
No relation. They made sure.
Yeah.
They made sure people knew they were not related. So when they were caught making out, it was not weird.
I mean, the only related ones were the Warner Brothers.
Yes, and their sister
Dot.
Yeah,
which is still one of the best. Kids will never understand that joke naming
because of the.
Because Dot is the period for the abbreviation of Warner Brothers, BROS, period.
Yeah, and then dot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guarantee there are people watching right now that are going, oh, shit, really? Wow.
I don't remember when I realized that. I didn't realize it at the time for sure, but I think my dad mentioned it or something like that.
Do you sometimes get the theme to Tasmania stuck in your head?
Come to Tasmania, down in Tasmania.
Now it is.
It is now. I honestly probably hadn't even thought. I probably hadn't thought about even the cartoon Tasmania, and until you just brought it up.
Dingo and Wendell T. Wolf. Francis X. Bushlet is never uncouth.
I mean, the Freakazoid theme song was better. Runs around in underwear, Freakazoid, Freakazy.
I don't know. That Tasmania one is.
The Tasmania one's pretty good.
That has a lot more energy.
But I mean, it
was also a great era for theme songs.
It really was. They don't do theme songs like that anymore.
You know what? Gargoyles would have been a bigger success with a theme song with lyrics.
1,000 years ago.
Gargoyles, gargoyles.
Half the cast of Star Trek is here.
Rocking and rolling.
And also Dauber from Coach. We got Will Riker and Data.
Before he was Patrick.
Before he was Patrick, he was Broadway. After Coach, before SpongeBob, he was.
I wonder
Broadway.
how many of those pictures he signs.
And he shot a girl with a gun.
Also, Bill Fagerbakke, great guy.
Sure.
I had a dinner with him and Tom Kenny at Comic-Con one year, and Bill's just nicest guy.
I'm sure he is.
But very much, right. it just feels like.
God, he was Bulkhead too. That's true.
But it is very weird because even his normal speaking, and he's also Tom Moon from The Shining, not Shining, the Stand miniseries. If anyone's seen that, the Stephen King adaptation from the early '90s. He was Tom Moon in that, which was also his big post-Coach role.
Yeah, I've only seen Stephen King's The Stand by Me.
When the Night Has Come?
Yeah.
Is that why you also would sing Lollipop when they would come to the drive-thru?
No, never.
Ah. Just desperate need of attention?
She wanted attention, yes.
No, she demanded attention.
She did demand attention.
And if you didn't, she would knock shit down.
Yeah.
She was coming for your shelves.
Are you?
Is she going to be the one that come tell you that the gargoyles have fallen?
Probably. After she's chewed them. All right, y'all done? All right.
Yeah, she got what she wanted from you.
She just wants to be pet, and then she'll go away.
No, that's a dominance.
Yeah.
This is at that moment. She's like, you know what? I know I can make you do this, and you need to know that I can make you do this.
It's true.
And I'm done.
All right. Yeah, I think it's time for bed, though.
Is it weird now to be doing these things when we're nearly on the same time zone instead of
Nearly.
you being?
Yeah. I mean, before this, it'd be like 12, like what, 11:30. I wouldn't even be tired. I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, it's only 11:30.
Now you're like, oh, this is what it was like for him all those times.
Yeah, right. At least it's
Why?
not 6 in the morning.
What is wrong with him? What
is wrong with you? It's not on me. It's on you. You could have told me you were tired at any point.
I have many hours to go.
I didn't expect this to go 3.5 hours. I was thinking an hour and a half tops.
I was just thinking an hour. I actually had other stuff that I was gonna do, but you know what? No, I'm not gonna do it. And it's, you know what? It's fine because I'm glad we had the conversation.
We had a good conversation.
I hope that there's some positivity that comes out of it. I just think people need to relax.
Yeah.
But
not like toxic positivity. Just it's just toys. It's just toys.
It also, the frustration is valid just because everyone's budget is being blown out right now, but just again, an understanding of why that is and an acceptance of why that is. That it doesn't happen in a vacuum, and it doesn't happen solely because of some Machiavellian corporate greed.
True.
And that's not dismissing that corporations would like money.
Sure.
But I don't think that, I think there's going to be a lot of people that are justifiably stopping collecting because they simply can't afford it.
Very justifiable.
No.
And that's frustrating for everyone.
Yeah. I mean, particularly if you're a company that would like to keep going and you want to find that sweet spot of how do we keep people on the hook? How do we keep them going for the next release? And if you're blowing people out of the water when it comes to the financials of it, that they make that decision to just walk away, then you've lost that customer. You haven't found that sweet spot. And I think they know internally. I think right now they're probably all panicking right now, like, what's going to happen with this? I'm sure that HasLab, there may be no other chance for HasLabs. Who in the heck knows how that's going to go?
True.
And the next ones. I mean, to be fair, that lab barely squeaked by.
It did. It barely.
And that was with the hardcore press even of them taking it up personally to try and push that thing over the line. And so I'm curious to see what the next one does after that. And if that, because I think that Marvel doing a lot more of those made to orders. Like, hey, this is just a pre-order window. It's not a HasLab. We've already committed to doing it. Here it is. But also, I'm fine with things coming back. Like that Anakin and Obi-Wan deluxe set. Open a pre-order window from it.
They should do a pre-order window for that, 100%.
And you know what? And let it be like a HasLab to like, hey, you know what? If it only triggers a reorder because of the economics, like, be upfront. I think people would be more understanding if companies, and I can understand there's probably political pressures not to be upfront with exactly why they're doing this, but say financially, we can't justify it unless it reaches 1,500. That's what triggers it being worthwhile for us to do another run on this thing. That includes packaging and shipping and all that. If it doesn't reach it, it doesn't reach it. That means that the demand wasn't there to reach that financial threshold. But open it up. Yeah. Open it up again and see if it does.
Yep.
And do that for the friggin' old HasLabs too. And reopen that Rancor.
Do another run of the sail barge. Do another.
And there are very easy ways to preserve the original.
Cookie Monster another chance. I don't think that's possible. I think licensing is way gone on that. I don't know what that.
I don't know. I mean, it's still Sesame Workshop you're dealing with, so it's not like they're dealing with Disney or anyone that.
That's true.
you
Like
know,
who
and
owns Sesame? Is Sesame Street just owned by Sesame Workshop?
Sesame Workshop, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're dealing directly with them, and
Yeah.
you know, for reasons that are still connected to everything we were talking about, Sesame Workshop could probably use the money, whatever it is, and to keep that in.
They got that neck of money coming in, hopefully.
I mean, you do that. There are smaller. Grover would be cheaper. That's a smaller one to do.
Sure, Elmo.
I mean, again, much smaller.
Arguably smaller and more popular.
Yeah, you're not doing a Big Bird.
No. Do a full-size Big Bird.
Or a Snuffleupagus. Although I would love for them to try and offer a Snuffleupagus.
Here is my Snuffleupagus right here.
We don't play that game anymore.
Okay.
We don't do that. You know that was a whole thing, right?
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it.
Now kids are going to think that people don't believe when they say something.
That's true.
You can't have that.
Yeah.
Also, I know it's just that the Snuffleupagus is just off camera and you don't want to move your setup.
No, he's too big.
It's just a trunk trying to reach through the door right now.
And it's a little scary, honestly. Like, I know he's friendly, but it's also off-putting.
Is he trying to give me a shower?
I don't like this.
It's a living.
I'm going to sing real good for a second. Hold on. Let me take off all my clothes.
Oh, that's what you would do in karaoke, right? That was part of the thing.
I told you. I karaoke nude. That's how I do it.
I'm glad we brought it all back around.
We did it. Tied it up with a nice little bow. Thanks. The 13 people watching live right now and anyone watching in the future, thanks so much for watching. Ken, thanks for joining me. I'm glad that spur of the moment while we're texting, I'm just like, you know what? It sounds like you've got some stuff you want to say, and I'm here to hear it. I'm going to be a conduit.
You really wanted to do. I think you wanted somebody to say these things.
I did.
And take
the. I think there are things that needed to be said, and I
just wish more people were saying it.
I agree.
Like it just it.
You didn't say anything I didn't agree with.
I'll leave it with this: is that I do wish that, because there are a lot of great people in this community that have channels. Mm-hmm. I think if you're going to mention the prices going up on things, I think we're past a point when you can just casually go, and another price raising and move on past it, or make a complaint. Put the context to why.
Yeah.
Trust in your audience to give them the reason why. And I understand it may be perceived as tamping down on fun, but I don't think it is. I think it is getting us to the necessary dialogue to try and address these things in the broader scale of what's happening with this and causing this, to have those discussions and not keep sweeping it under the rug or ignoring that that's the reason. Because I think this wholesale sort of approach to not discussing reality with folks is an issue. And it doesn't mean yelling at people. It doesn't mean getting angry with people about it, but it means presenting the truth and the facts of the reality before us. So here's hoping that more folks who have these platforms that can put this thing, doesn't mean it has to dominate it. Just mention it in the same time. And, I'll go ahead and say, I hope that folks that are fantastic, wonderful people that do have platforms like, Robo and Dan and folks that have this thing, that have the ability to discuss in context and present well that discussion, because they're also great presenters of the information in other areas, will incorporate the reality of the situation that we're all facing that's leading to all of this. So I'm just saying, let's all talk about it in rational ways, but also realistic ways about what's going on. Because let's hope we can keep all the good things going in this time that we're all in. So there, you got me to say all of it.
I got you to say it. Yes. But I get all the credit.
Yes. Well, everyone will be able to tune in. Can they tune in tomorrow? Are you going to reach out to Kate? Are you going to?
We'll see.
Everyone, let's hope that after this, if you're watching this later, you're able to watch live or watch the archive edition of the Blow Mold special.
Yeah. we'll
with Kate and Mike.
Yeah.
The unannounced.
Yeah.
Special.
I might just have a nice like movie and Lego time with my wife tomorrow night. Who knows?
Yeah, but that only lasts up to a certain point, and then it's blow mold time.
I have that Game Boy Lego I want to do, so I don't know. Yeah.
You say that.
Anyways, it's time to go. It's bedtime. So thanks for joining me, Ken. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you later.
Say bye, like you say it.
Bye.